Hello, Buko here. How's everyone doing? Yeah, okay. You managed to finish your essay, right? That's all that matters. Hello everyone. Hello. Okay, good. That's I was concerned. I remember you mentioning that you submitted it, so that was all good. But not gonna lie, while I was doing the stream last night, I was really stressed. I was like, oh no, am I being a bad influence? No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, Raphael distracted you so much. I can't even blame you. How do you not just stare at him for like an hour? Well, besides that, okay, it's time for Zayne's anecdotes. Okay. Hello. Oh, you don't play the game. Is it like a choice, or you don't have space on your phone or something like that? I'm just curious is all. Okay, let's see. Who do I have XP for? Both. Okay. That's fair. There are a few people who like the game but can't play it, especially in my chat. It's rough. Let's see. Can I upgrade this one? No. I feel like I wouldn't have time or energy to play it if I got it. To be fair, it does take a lot of your time. So don't even worry about it. I have it on my tablet. Hopefully this will help for a while. Oh man, I wish I had a tablet. I wish I had a tablet so that we didn't have to deal with this like super cramped aspect ratio for my phone. Like if you look at the stream, this is super, I don't know. Personally, I don't like this aspect ratio. I wish it was bigger. But I don't have a tablet, so we have to make do with this. Unfortunately. Yeah, it takes all my time too. It doesn't really take that much of my time, to be honest. It's just I have to remember to do this every day. And then I have to remember to do my dailies. Yada. Okay, well. I wish I could play on my phone. I'm a combat player and I hate how hard it is to lock on the proper target when the tablet makes it clunky to play. Oh, really? It's easier to play on phone? Oh. Hey, that's news to me. I would have thought that it would be easier on a tablet. I just now hit 90 in the fluctuant orbit or whatever. Wow, congrats. Where am I? I'm so far in my orbits. Uh-oh. See, look at these orbits. It's like you can only do 3 every time they're open, and I cannot progress through like Xavier's yet. But I did get Lightseeker Xavier, so maybe I could invest in that eventually. Yeah, getting myths will help you a lot, for sure. For sure. The standard myths, especially. So it's hard to hold the tablet in your hands and play combat. I see. You haven't progressed from 143 in weeks. I assume it gets super duper hard. Like the further up you go, it gets really difficult. Wait till October. Zayne's next myth will help out a lot. Okay, got you. That's the plan. But the plan for today is anecdotes. Anecdotes. Where are they? Here we go. Time to finally read Zayne's. Okay, good. I have all 3 unlocked because I have such high affinity with him. Okay. I guess we just start with a pure white heart. All right. I'm as ready as anyone else. Okay, let's get right into it. Managed to catch your stream, but I can't stay for long. I'll just watch after. Hope you have fun. Okay, thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate it, though. And Yeah, hope you have a good day, okay? Okay, let's get started on reading these. You love Zayne's anecdotes. It's his and Xavier's are your favorites? Oh. Wow. Okay. I mean, I did like Xavier's. Xavier's third one was super sad, so you know, I'm ready for this. Hey, A Pure White Heart. Chapter 1. The legendary Dr. Zayne. The office looms in front of John. New guy. To say he's nervous is an understatement. Since the beginning of his internship at Axo Hospital, he has heard rumors about the chief of surgery, Dr. Zayne. They say he's an extremely cold person. He never talks to interns unless it's about work. If he finds out you made a mistake, he rips you a new one. On top of that, he never socializes with his colleagues outside of work. He lives at his office, and he doesn't have any friends. All he does is work, functioning like a surgical machine without a sliver of humanity. They also say Zayne knows the best ways to get to your heart. Literally. He's the best cardiac surgeon in Lincoln City, and even more so in the medical field. That's why, despite being terrified of him, interns all hope to learn from him. Is he the best cardiac surgeon because of the main character's heart condition? Because, you know, she has that illness that causes her to have a weak constitution, and it may be related to her like experimentation and her unicorn status. If he did focus on cardiac surgery because of that reason, then that just makes me like him even more. Best boy, I tell you. John is one such intern. The moment he realized he was assigned to the division of cardiac surgery this week, he was so excited and nervous that he couldn't sleep for the past few days. He stands now with 2 dark circles under his eyes outside the office door. Yeah, the reason he went to that field was because of the MC. Oh man, that's so sweet of him. I'm so glad I married him. I'm so glad I got his marriage card. I mean, it was all worth it. Opening the door, John is greeted by the sight of a spacious, neat office. Zayne is eating his lunch at his desk, completely unperturbed. Other than eating, he occasionally pushes up his gold-rimmed glasses. Zayne turns his head when John walks over. The mere movement fills John with excitement. Hello, Dr. Zayne. I'm an intern at the Division of Cardiac Surgery this week. I'm John. He stumbles through the first few sentences. He realizes Zayne looked at his computer, not him. John speaks faster. His name, school, major, and how long he had been at the previous division. Dr. Zayne would want him to condense everything within 1 minute. The voice acting? Yep. I try my best. TY. I love your voice. Thank you. It took a while, but I finally found mic settings that I think I like. Hopefully it's easy on the ears. Dr. Zayne would want him to condense everything within 1 minute. Zayne says nothing. By the time John is done, he finishes his meal. Everything he does is calculated and quick. Zayne puts the chopsticks in the box, closes the lid, and puts everything in the trash after cleaning his desk. Then he wipes down his hands with a wipe and uses hand sanitizer. Picking up his access card and leaving his office, Zayne finally speaks to John. Okay, let's see if I can do a Zayne impression. It's hard to get the right tone. The next surgery will involve cardiopulmonary bypass. Observe. Speak up if you have any questions. I don't know. That's the best I got. Sorry. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Basically, I'm trying to make my voice as light and like as light as possible. Okay, number 2, expert surgeon. The operating room is quiet. Under the light, the patient's chest cavity is already open. Oh god. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, whenever people describe a surgery, or whenever there's like a surgery scene in a movie or TV show, I get really squeamish. It's like, ooh. Intubate. Aorta, superior and inferior vena cava. Zayne oversees the process, guiding the first and second surgeon's assistants for the upcoming tasks. Cardiopulmonary bypass. Oh, wait. Shoot, who's talking here? I assume the assistant? Administer the cardioplegia. The blood pumps steadily throughout the heart-lung machine. Within moments, the exposed heart stops beating. All right, let me do it. Zayne takes over the first assistant's work once everything is stable. John stands the furthest away. He strains to see what Zayne is doing, but he can't see anything. John is a little annoyed. He imagines it would be great if he could be Zayne's surgical assistant. Not only could he witness the operation process up close, but he could also get Zayne's guidance. But if he isn't good enough, he'll be reprimanded. John pales. John pales at the thought of being scolded by the doctor. The surgery is extraordinarily long. Standing in silence for a while is tiring for anyone except Zayne. And the first assistant, Grayson. Oh, okay. Oh man, what did Grayson's voice sound like yesterday? Friendly? I think his voice sounded friendly. It's Grayson who breaks the silence. What did you do in the operating room before, John? Startled, John knows the most stressful moment for all interns is upon him. Being asked a question by someone higher in the hospital hierarchy. I worked with Dr. Lewis. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I don't know how to pronounce these words. Hepatobiliary and pulled the hooks during surgery. Grayson smiles. Dr. Lewis, huh? He's a great teacher. He invited us to his place for cow dung hot pot? After an operation once. Okay, that's not literally cow dung, right? That would be disgusting. What does this mean? John has tried it before. Oh my god. Wait. What the hell is this? This sounds disgusting. Okay, hang on. John has tried it before. Cow dung hot pot. That's the one where they mix a cow's half-digested stomach contents and bile, right? Ooh, yeah, it's a legit cuisine. Half-digested grass taken from a cow's digestive tract. Okay, look. I'm sure it tastes good, but it sounds disgusting. Like it I don't know if I would try it myself. I'm not like an adventurous person when it comes to food. I'm good with normal hot pot. You know what I mean? I don't really have to have a cow dung hot pot. There is no way that it's remotely good. Oh no. This seems like one of those delicacies that you would eat just to try it once and then never again. Is it really that good? The nurse shudders. Have digested food? Bile? Is that edible? And isn't bile bitter? Blah. Okay, that's super high. And isn't bile bitter? Bitter? Ugh. The moment Grayson opens his mouth, words just stream out like a fountain. It's only a little bitter. It's quite nice when you eat it hot. Yeah, the high notes of the voice acting. I'm struggling here. It's quite nice when you eat it hot. Dr. Lewis didn't have any though because he was called back to the hospital. Something about a student losing something in the lab? When the conversation becomes more and more lively, Zayne suddenly speaks. Maybe they lost the gallbladder. Grayson's smile stiffens. Everyone straightens their posture, their expressions more serious than the ones they'd have if they were yelled at. John can't decide if Zayne is joining in on the fun or reminding everyone that they're working. All he knows is that his stomach is churning, and he can't help but think, this expert heart surgeon is truly terrifying. Oh, you tried sea urchin before and actually gagged on the spot? There's no way I'd be able to handle something like that. Really? It's grosser than you thought it would taste? I know that they make sea urchin sushi, right? Uni sushi? So I've been told that it's good, but I haven't actually eaten it myself. Again, I'm good with eating salmon for the rest of my life and tuna. Yeah, uni is creamy. Right. I'll put a link of it in the comments after the stream for you guys, for the cow dung hot pot. Okay, sure. Yes, please. I'm curious. I'm still curious, if anything. Oh, you've tasted it in the West Coast and in Japan. They tasted very differently from the two places you found. Oh, so it tastes different depending on where you are? Maybe it's fresher in Japan. Maybe. Yeah, that's why I thought it tasted like chicken for some reason. Okay. Chapter 3. Scarier than a demon. The next morning, two sets of mismatched footsteps echo down the hall. One is quick and heavy, while the other follows hurriedly. Who's... Oh, this is Grayson. You didn't say much yesterday. I didn't expect you to be so lively. The moment they go upstairs, Grayson is bombarded with John's questions about Zayne. It gives him a headache. Oh shoot. Okay, I think it's Grayson talking right now. Yeah, I don't know the reason behind it, but sea urchins I had in Canada had a very strong seafood taste. And the ones in Japan did not. Oh, wait, that's curious. I wonder if they prepare it differently. Maybe they have like the secret technique. Well, Dr. Zayne isn't here, and checking patients is relatively easy. I'm not as nervous. It's only easy because you haven't met any with particularly nasty attitudes. Oh, wait. This... Oh, shoot. No. I mismatched it. This... Dr. Zayne isn't here is supposed to be John, and then the person who responds after that is supposed to be... is supposed to be Grayson. Okay. Let me do It's Only Easy. It's only easy because you haven't met any with particularly nasty attitudes. The kind that refuse to be treated or take their medicine? Grayson shakes his head with a pretense of maturity. You know nothing. You know nothing, Jon Snow. As they speak, they arrive at the door of Ward 3. Wait, is that actually a reference? Because his name is literally John. Huh. When John notices where they are, He recalls relevant information. Zach, the patient in Ward 3's bed 12, underwent a heart valve replacement surgery last week. He has to stay in the hospital for 3 weeks for observation and is expected to be discharged this week. Then what should I do if I encounter even... An unusual voice comes through the door before John can even finish his question. Hurry. Careful now. Sir, you're gonna hurt your teeth. Damn it, he's definitely causing trouble again, Grayson says as he pushes open the door. Help us! John follows inside. Two nurses are holding down Zach, tying him down. By the time Grayson approaches them, the nurses have tightened the last strap. Another nurse reaches for whatever he's biting down on. He resists, twisting and turning as he cries out. What happened to the special care we were supposed to give? Grayson asks. What's in his mouth? An access card. The nurse is sweating from tying up Zach, or maybe from anger. He took it when I wasn't looking. John looks at Zach, who is unable to move but is still restless. Do we need sedatives? He has a history of cerebral infarction? So let's avoid that if possible. Leave it to me. Grayson maneuvers behind the nurse on the left and reaches for the access card tightly clenched between Zach's teeth. Zach mumbles something incoherent, but from his tone, it's clear that he is saying he'll swallow the card if anyone tries to take it from him. The access card is small. If he really wants to, he could definitely do it. Grayson doesn't want to force it, so he backs off. Just then, someone opens the door. Everyone is quiet. Only Zach, who has his eyes closed, is still crying out. Zayne nears the bed and knocks on the bedside table. Where does it hurt? The moment he speaks, Zach stops moving. Opening his eyes, Zach catches a glimpse of Zayne. The old man swallows his cry, and the only thing that can be heard is his unsteady breathing. After a while, Zach tucks his chin in and looks away. Within moments, he goes from a stubborn old man to a guilty child. Zayne points at his mouth. Zach loosens his jaw, but he still only... But he still holds on to the access card. Spit it out. Zayne sounds calm, but everyone around him shudders at his words. Okay, no. He needs to be more stern. Spit it out. Zach finally spits out the card. He quickly begins to talk. I'm so bored. No one would talk to me, so I thought... Zayne looks at the old man and says nothing, his eyes revealing nothing. I'll stay with you. Zach gulps, wraps himself in his duvet, and lies back down on the bed without a word. It's peak. I've been practicing that one most of all. Zayne looks away from the old man and mutters something to the nurse. Then he leaves. The ward falls quiet, as if the commotion earlier didn't happen at all. John tries to calm his racing heart, and the chill racks his entire body. Dr. Zayne is scary by being able to frighten even an old man. So, I get Zayne strikes me as one of those people that's they're chill, but if they get mad at you, you're shitting your pants. Cause they're scary when they're mad. But I know now from his lore that Zayne actually does care, but he comes off as cold. Yeah, Zayne being misunderstood hurts. I mean, these people don't know about Astra. They don't know about the Foreseer. So I kinda give him a pass. All right. Number 4. Under the sunlight. He's more I'm not mad, I'm disappointed type, I think. He certainly can get mad, but I don't think it happens often. Yeah, I think you have the right call on Zayne. He doesn't have a temper. Yeah, he doesn't have a temper, but he like he does get disappointed, I guess, if you misbehave. Okay, number 4, under the sunlight. John learns from the nurses that the old man from Ward 3 is not the only one who listens to Zayne. All of his patients, no matter how temperamental or troublesome, become obedient and meek in front of him. As expected of Zayne, the man said to be able to terrify anyone. In front of the building, the moment Grayson hears Zayne the Terrifying, he laughs so hard he's almost sent to psychiatrics. Zayne the Terrifying is a sad name. Zayne's super nice. Okay, this is why you should not gossip at work, because you don't know what the other person you're gossiping about is going through, right? Yeah, even when you annoy him in the cafe, he turns around. He never gets mad long. He even has a bit of a smile on his face when he glances back at you if you continue poking him. You could make the argument that he's only like that with the MC, right? Because he has a super soft spot for her. Disappointing your parents. Yeah, exactly. John instantly regrets saying those words, worried it'll make its way to Zayne. He repeatedly shushes Grayson. Grayson slowly stops laughing. When I first met Zayne, I felt the same way. He had this stay away vibe. John nods. Yes, the stay away vibe is strong. But Zayne isn't that hard to get to know. But Zayne isn't that hard to get to know, Grayson says with a smile, patting John's shoulder. The sun shines on the garden. Most people sitting on the grass are wearing hospital gowns or are trying to find a good spot to sit in the sun. John looks for Zach in the crowd. He heard from the other patients in Ward 3 that the old man got permission from the nurses to stretch his legs. After doing a lap around the garden, John finally sees a familiar group of elderly people. He spots Zach sitting at a stone table, his hand lifting and lowering from time to time. He's playing chess. John's view of his opponent is obscured by the bushes. He moves to the other side, away from the bushes. The person playing chess with Zach is Zayne, who wears normal, regular clothes. Just found your live randomly. Your model is so cute. Thank you. I put the credits for my model down in the description. I freaking love my model. So thank you so much. Ah, boy. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. I bet it must be kind of shocking to see Zayne in his like civilian clothes for all the coworkers, because he usually wears his like doctor's lab coat, right? According to the schedule at the hospital, it's Zayne's day off today. Zayne only takes a day or two off every month, but here he is spending his precious downtime playing chess with Zach. John doesn't approach and watches. Zach squeezes the piece in his hand. He'd probably live at the hospital if MC weren't there. Yeah, that's so true. I feel like he like barely takes any free time for himself. He's always working. Oh, Zayne squeezes the piece in his hand, putting it down and picking it up again. After some serious thinking, he finally makes a move. You lost. Zayne moves his rook on top of Zach's king. I lost again. That was so different from my previous old man voice. I lost again. Zach scratches his head, then pats it twice. Dr. Zayne, you should go easy on an old man like me. Let's play again. We already agreed. Oh, wait, okay, this is Zayne talking. We already agreed this was the last round. Zayne packs away the pieces in a slow manner. You must keep your promise now that you lost. Go get a checkup tomorrow. Zach's peppered brow furrows. He leans back and waves his hands. No, I'm not going. If you don't, another doctor will see you. Zayne's words are lukewarm, but they sound quite threatening to Zach. Zach lowers his hands and purses his lips. He looks reluctant and maybe a little disgruntled. John can hear Zach mumble under his breath. Even you don't care about me, huh, Dr. Zayne? Zayne closes the chessboard with a soft sigh. Don't worry, I'll accompany you, he says, sounding more friendly than before. Zach stares at the grass for a while. Okay then, he says quietly. But Zayne isn't that hard to get to know. Oh, wait. Grayson again. But Zayne isn't that hard to get to know. Grayson's voice rings in John's ears. Ever been to radiology? Most patients are accompanied by their families, but there are a lot of lonely elders like Zach. Their family members only show up before the surgery. They sign some papers, confirm the surgery is successful, then leave. The elderly are always alone during observation. Oh man. Wait, that's actually kind of real, you know? That's actually kind of sad. Oh well. I guess that's just how it is for some people, you know? Like, he doesn't need to do that. He can just do his job and leave, but nope. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Zayne really does. He's not just a person who does it for his job. He does try to help people. Senior loneliness is so real. Yeah, it makes me sad because, like, you know, elderly people should be taking it easy at that point in their life, right? They shouldn't have any hang-ups at that point. They should be surrounded by family and loved ones and stuff. Zayne genuinely cares about others for sure. It's not just MC though. He cares about her the most. Yeah, of course. Well, like, he loves MC the most. She is his bias, right? But I think he has a compassion for everyone, which is another reason why I love him. They must feel sad seeing other patients with their families. That's why the care of nurses and doctors is important to them. Caring for them to the extent Zayne does, though, that's rare. He's drawn back from his thoughts at the sight of the old man, and Zayne talking and laughing. For the first time, John doesn't feel Zayne's coldness. It's almost as if it's been melted by the same sunlight that blankets the grass beneath them. Okay, at least John is getting to know the real Zayne, not the Zayne in the rumors. Good for him. Once ice melts. At noon, John stands in front of Zayne's office with Zach's report in hand. After knocking a few times and getting no response, he carefully pushes the half-closed door. Inside, Zayne is leaning back against his chair. His eyes are closed, appearing to be asleep. John tiptoes into the office and places the report on the table. Zayne doesn't move, nor does he open his eyes. Has this afternoon's surgery started? No, not yet. It's an hour away. You still have time to rest, John says quickly. Zayne lets out a soft, and sits up. Remember to check on bed 32, he says as he wipes his brow. Okay. John has already memorized every patient in the hospital. Bed 32 is John, and they checked on her yesterday. But Zayne continues. Call her family and tell them they must come with her to her examination tomorrow morning. Understood. John knows John's examination tomorrow includes an enhanced CT scan that requires a contrast agent. What is a contrast agent? Wait, I don't know what that is. If they can't make it, you go with her. Right, John says after a pause. Zay notices John's brief hesitation. Is there a problem? He asks, glancing at him. John, no longer scared of Zayne as before, speaks, albeit still a little wearily. John doesn't seem to trust John doesn't seem to trust me that much. Wouldn't it be a bit, Zayne thinks for a bit. When I first started, I did a lot to earn the trust of my patients. They know who actually cares about them. After a few beats of silence, John says, I understand. Every intern is prone to be influenced by powerful teachers. That's why, at this moment, John feels Zayne's teachings have been ingrained into him. Okay, so a contrast agent is what they use to make vessels or digestive tracts show up on MRIs and CTs. Oh, well, the more you know. Oh, they either drink them or are injected. Oh. Contrast means it makes something contrast with the background of the scan. Oh, so it shows up more strongly. Oh, I see. So they need that to make it appear, to make it like clear on the charts or on the scans itself. Okay, that makes sense to me. I always thought that it was, well, I've never had a CT scan before, so I don't know. I never knew the technology, but wow, that is very, very educational. Thank you. Okay. Chapter 6, The Best Doctor. The next morning, as John is taking Jan back to the ward, his phone starts ringing. The caller ID shows it's a nurse from the Division of Cardiac Surgery. The nurse speaks concisely through the phone. Zayne's second assistant is unwell. John is to replace him immediately. John is an intern, but I guess he's been working enough at this point for him to assist. Oh boy, that's a high stress situation for him. This info takes John by surprise. He struggles to process it and is a little stunned. It isn't until he's changed into his lab coat that he truly realizes he has the opportunity to be Zayne's assistant. After confirming that he has properly put on his mask, cap, and shoes in the mirror, John sanitizes his hands and watches as the door to the operating room slowly opens before him. Under the light, Zayne stands by the operating table. Beside him, there is an empty spot where the second assistant should be. John can hardly believe it. He's actually allowed to stand there. It's a heart transplant surgery with difficulty akin to walking on a tightrope on a cliff. Any small mistake could result in severe bleeding for the patient. John carefully observes and performs his assigned tasks. And when it comes to the crucial moment, he doesn't even dare to blink. He watches as Zayne's hands skillfully manipulate the surgical tools, implanting an artificial heart and completing the positioning of the other devices. Everything is ready, and the pump has been turned off. Now all that's left is to wait for the heartbeat. 1, 2, 3. John holds his breath and focuses. silently counting the seconds in his mind. It feels like a century. And then the data appears. The patient's heart beats once more. Oh, thank God, okay. The artificial heart is working. A man deemed to be dying in the medical field is alive again. Although John had a thorough understanding of this technique back in med school, he now realizes that theory is no match for practice. This experience is surreal, leaving him in awe. He can't help but look at Zayne, trying to find a similar excitement in the surgeon's eyes. But Zayne simply announces the success of the surgery calmly. Then, he turns and walks away from the operating table. That's right. Dr. Zayne should be used to this type of surgery by now. After leaving the operating room, John still can't help but want to talk to Zayne. Before Zayne can leave, John asks hesitantly, Dr. Zayne, why did you call for me today? Zayne continues washing his hands without even looking up. You need to write a paper about this subject. John is taken aback, his gratitude preventing him from fully expressing himself. He settles for a simple, "Thank you, Dr. Zayne." As his time at the division of cardiac surgery approaches its end, John is reluctant to leave. His fear of Zayne has, little by little, begun to melt in the warm sun since that day in the garden, completely disappearing in the operating room. The day before he's scheduled to leave, a student who is about to be rotated in approaches him and asks, "How is it to work with Dr. Zayne? I heard he's scary, but he's a really good surgeon. I'm conflicted." Now hearing others describe Zayne as scary makes John want to defend him. Don't listen to them. Dr. Zayne isn't scary at all." John is at a loss for words, and despite rattling his brain for half a day, all he can say is this: "He's the best doctor I've ever had the pleasure to meet." Alright. He has become a Zayne fan. Let's go, John. Let's go. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of him. Wait, that was good. I really like this anecdote. It's nice seeing Zayne from the perspective of like a random person. Ooh, okay, let me claim these. Thank you. That was very sweet. Yeah, a third person's perspective. I like seeing all these like different perspectives on the characters in Love and Deepspace. Now, of course, the thing that I want most of all is to see them interact with each other. But we we can't have nice things. Maybe in the future we'll be able to see interactions between Zayne and everyone else. Xavier, Raph, Caleb, Silas. Have you started reading World Underneath? I have not started reading Zayne's branch of World Underneath. I think you'll like that if you're like reading Anecdotes. For sure. Oh, I've read the World Underneath for Raph and Xavier, though. Oh, you still need to read World Underneath. To be honest, it's a lot of reading. It's more reading than this. Well, actually, it's more varied reading. Like, there's like what 20 something World Underneath stories now. Let's steel ourselves. The next two Anecdotes are the most important ones to understand in his branch story. Oh shoot, really? Both factor into his character heavily in the same way that Foreseer does. Oh, okay. Damn, alright. Okay, I'm ready. I think I'm ready. The next two are very main story relevant. Got you. Okay. Never-ending winter is the first one, and then the other one is still in dark. Okay, they hurt your heart still? Alright. Let's do this. Let us do this. Okay. Night's daytime brightness. All Zayne sees is a world of ice and snow. Oh, what? Oh, wait, is this actually Foreseer? Wait. Okay, hang on. I'm calm. He steps over dozens of bodies, blood still dripping from his hands. With a wave, dark crystals pierce through several others, still struggling. There are no screams. It's so quiet that only the sound of his own footsteps can be heard. There is only a shivering little boy. Oh, there's only a shivering little boy. Zayne stands before him, his shadow looming across the boy's blood-covered face. I just realized this is 19 pages. Oh my good god. This is, oh my, that's crazy. This is a lot of reading. Okay, 19 pages of pain. This is only the first chapter too. Alright. After the boy is silent, he can only, don't forget to drink too. Honestly, okay. Would you mind if I make some tea? Like I'll go quickly like boil a pot of tea, come back, and then like resume talking because I really want some tea to like soothe my voice. Definitely do. It'll be comforting too. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. What do I do? Get yourself some tea. I do want some tea. Yes. Or you make tea. Take bathroom breaks. Okay, got you. Would we mind as if we stopped you from hydrating? Okay, well, look. I'm entertainment. You know what I mean? I want to be a good entertainer first and foremost. Do you think we're Astra? No, no. You're all kinder than Astra. Okay, I'm gonna go quickly boil some water. But still human. Okay, thank you, man. I love my community. Thank you all for being so chill. Okay, bathroom break sign. I'm gonna go make tea. Be back in a bit. Hello, hello. I'm back. Sorry. Okay. Sorry for the really long break. It took a while for my pot to boil. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I boiled a nice pot of, nice cup of tea. I'm ready. I also did some like, what kind of tea? I have Earl Grey with me right now. Earl Grey tea. I hope this doesn't keep me awake. But I freaking love Earl Grey tea. The flavor is unmatched. Whew. Ah, that was good. Okay. Ha ha ha. Okay, warm up the voice. I'm an Earl Grey stan too. Let's go. Your Earl Grey is peak tea. Has anyone made like a tea tier list? A tier list, if you will. I would watch that. I haven't drank enough tea to rank too much. Oh, I love green tea as well. Green tea is the shit. Okay. Yeah, you need to make other flavors before you can qualify for a tier list. Okay, let's keep it going. Afraid, the boy is silent. He can only look up at Zayne with wide, shining eyes. After a moment of silence, the wind rises. Zayne raises his hand, dark crystals once again forming on his palm. Wait, what? Oh wait, what the heck is happening? Wait, there's an airport now? Okay, hang on. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be arriving at Miran Airport in 30 minutes. Please fasten your seatbelts. Following the slightly mechanical sounding announcement. Oh, this is a dream. Remember this. Okay, this is a dream. Got you. Let's see. Zayne opens his eyes. There is no snow and no death. Everything is as peaceful, calm as it always is. Zayne takes one of the plane's disinfectant wipes and cleans the non-existent blood off of his hands. These hands have mended heart valves and saved hearts. Yet for the past 10 years, these same hands have ended countless lives in an endlessly repeating dream. What? Wait, he has this dream every night? There's no way. What the hell is going... There's no way he's put through this torture. Yo, imagine seeing this whenever you go to sleep. I would never be sleeping. Oh! Wait, is that why he doesn't sleep too much? He doesn't sleep that long because he would rather spend his time awake saving lives in this world instead of ending lives in his dream world, or which he knows is like the 4-seer timeline. What? I don't even know if that's 4-seer actually. It could be Master of Fate for all I know. Yeah, enough to come to your apartment and clean your room while you sleep sometimes. Insert the "this is fine" meme. For real. Being Zayne is suffering. He doesn't deserve it though. Like what has he done to deserve this? It's all just cause Astra wants a 4-seer. I had nightmares where I couldn't tell what was real dream from dream due to work stress. It's horrible. Yo, me too, actually. Me too, but it happens like very rarely. Very, very rarely. But I couldn't imagine going through that every night. That is unbelievable torture. Yeah. Well, I'm sad now. Man, this is bumming me out, dude. His mentor's voice. Okay, who is this? Zayne, we're almost there. His mentor's voice interrupts his thoughts. Beside him, the energetic professor notices Zayne's serious expression. It's normal to be nervous. You only just started working. And now you're being sent to the Arctic for an important rescue mission. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. There's a lot of traffic at Mount Eternal. Once the medical team arrives at Miran Airport, a helicopter takes them to the EVOL Special Rescue Unit's location. Oh, this is early in his doctor career. What? Okay. In the unsteady helicopter, Zayne ignores his discomfort and looks out the window. Outside, as the flurry of snow slowly dissipates, the foreboding Mount Eternal comes into view. The rescue unit is stationed on the mountain's southern side. The snow has stopped, and the ground, an ugly color from the muddy water, is covered in footprints. Before he can even get to the area for cardiac surgery, Zayne hears the faint sounds of sirens behind him. Turning around, he sees several ambulances speeding in his direction. Dozens of medics emerge from the various tents around him, ready to go. Make way! Make way! What happened? Open fracture on the lower left leg. Major artery damaged. Specific details unclear. Apply pressure to stop the bleeding first. What's their blood pressure? What's their heart rate? In the blink of an eye, the narrow space becomes more crowded. It's different from the organized chaos in regular hospitals. Right now, everything in front of him is more urgent, rushed. Are there any surgeons? We need a cardiac surgeon. Dr. William and the others are still in the operating room. Zayne hurries over. I'm Zayne from the medical team. How's the patient? 23-year-old soldier, body temperature at 36.3 degrees Celsius, respiratory rate 10 BPM, heart rate 125 BPM, diastolic 70, systolic 90. Unconscious, penetrating cardiac trauma from a sharp object, resulting in intrapericardial hemorrhage, cardiac tamponade. The doctor quickly reports. Prepare a blood transfusion, Zayne says to the nurse. The patient is transferred to the hospital bed as the nurse. I'm losing my ability to speak. As the nurse rushes in with the crash cart, Zayne cuts open the patient's clothes and discovers a bullet fragment lodged deep in the chest cavity. Zayne? Dr. Zayne, right? The nurse hooks up the patient to an IV bag. The patient's heart rate is below 50 BPM. Zayne puts on his gloves as he watches the dropping blood pressure. We need to operate now. But an urgent alarm from the monitor interrupts the nurse as Zayne's expression changes. The patient's heart has stopped. Get an oxygen mask. Prepare the bag valve mask and notify the anesthesiologist to assist with intubation. The nurse promptly does as she's told. But Dr. Zayne, what should we do? The bullet fragment is still in the chest cavity. We can't perform chest compressions. Then we proceed with open chest cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Bring the thoracotomy instruments and contact the operating room nurse to prepare the OR. She's shocked. OC CPR? Hurry! Donning protective clothing, Zayne disinfects himself. With a steady hand, he cuts along the left side of the sternum, slicing the subcutaneous tissue and muscle with an electrosurgical knife. In one seamless motion, the pleural cavity is opened, revealing the bullet fragment and the pericardium, which continues to bleed. Zayne remembers the cardiac ultrasound image shown to him by the doctor, confirming that removing the bullet fragment wouldn't cause further harm to the patient. Without hesitation, he makes incisions along the pericardium and extracts the fragment. The blood accumulated within the pericardium gushes out. The suction device in his hand is already in position. Suture. The suction is complete within a matter of seconds. I found the source of the bleeding. Yet the patient's heartbeat still hasn't resumed. Without a moment's hesitation, Zayne reaches into the patient's pericardial cavity and grasps the still heart. The nurse can't help but gasp. While it's theoretically feasible, every medical professional knows the immense difficulty and low success rate of performing emergency open-chest CPR. Zayne, however, remains completely focused. He gently squeezes the heart with the utmost care, one beat at a time. The harsh winds cut through the thick tent and dozens of heaters. The chill flows in from the gaps and washes over the bed. The nurse tightly closes the curtains next to her, only to see tiny beads of sweat forming on Zayne's forehead. Beep, 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 beep. The blaring alarm stops, and the heart in his hand begins to beat. Zayne glances at the ECG monitor. Only then does his tense nerves slightly loosen. The operating room is ready, Dr. Zayne. What happened, Zayne? His instructor hurries over. When he takes in what occurred, he breathes out a sigh of relief. Good work, Zayne. Let's move into the OR. The area around the hospital bed becomes busy once more. As Zayne is about to stand up, his gaze lingers on the eval monitor on the soldier's bedside. For a moment, the originally steady beats suddenly spikes to the top of the screen. Okay, wait, let me take a mild break here. let me take a mild break, because that was a lot. Whew. Yeah, he literally grasped the heart. I thought he was going to freeze it for a second, but then that'd probably be a bad thing. Manually pumping the heart. I don't think that's realistically possible. Right? Because, like, that's super dangerous. Like, you could squeeze that thing. Like, I don't know. Zayne is a baddie, and not just because he's hot as fuck. Yeah, right. Yeah. So true. So true. He's a badass as well. Not only is he a baddie, but he's a badass. This is actually a medical technique. It's just not usually used. Really? It's a real thing? What? That is insane. That is actually insane. It's insane, I guess you could say. Oh, my goodness. I wonder if, like, people actually have survived that technique in real life. You know what I mean? It seems really dangerous. Yeah, I got jokes too. The chest cavity has to be open already, and things have to be pretty dire. Kind of like a last-ditch effort kind of thing. Oh, I see. My God. Okay, I'm ready to get back into it. The surgery went well. Back at the ward, Zayne looks up at the blinding light above him to gather himself. Only when he drinks a glass of cold water does the tightness in his heart lightly loosen. Okay, what voice should I give this guy? Zayne? No, wait. Gruffer. Zayne? A person in a military doctor's uniform pokes his head into the room. Hearing the other man say his name, Zayne frowns in confusion. The man laughs. 35th cohort of the Skyhaven School of Medicine. Oh, wait. Medical Sciences MD PhD 8-year program, right? Seeing as Zayne still doesn't recognize him, the man stands up straight. 31st cohort of the Skyhaven School of Medicine. Now a medic of the Evol Special Rescue Unit. William enters. Oh, wait. Okay, wait, maybe he's younger. Maybe William is younger than Zayne. Hang on. I'm gonna reread. I'm gonna reread his lines because I think this voice is kind of too gruff for William. Okay. He's close to Zayne's age? Okay, got you. William is older? Oh. Okay, hang on. Okay, alright. So he's not like a 50-year-old, so I won't give him that voice. But I'll still... Okay. I would say William has more of your voice, like close. Really? Okay, I can just talk in my normal voice then. Easy. All the doctors here are probably older than Zayne, since Zayne is a genius who skipped a few years of the usual doctor's education. Oh, he's like a prodigy. He is young for a doctor. Oh, I see. Alrighty then. Okay, let's do this one more time. 35th cohort of the Skyhaven School of Medicine. Medical Sciences MD PhD 8-year program, right? Seeing as Zayne still doesn't recognize him, the man stands up straight. 31st cohort of the Skyhaven School of Medicine. Now a medic of the Evol Special Rescue Unit. William, at your service. As some memories resurface, Zayne's expression relaxes. William is a fellow cardiac surgeon. When Zayne worked as an intern, William took him under his wing. William pats him on the arm and says, "Time flies. You're a real doctor now." Seeing the documents in Zayne's hands, William takes and flips through them. Is it serious? It's currently under control. Zayne puts his pen back in his breast pocket. He runs his fingers down the indents of the notebook inside, parallel to each other and right atop his heart. He lowers his hand and accompanies William to the ward. When did you arrive? The night of the incident, William says. Seeing Zayne look around, he smiles bitterly. Bad, right? But it's already a lot better than before. I'll show you around. There are a couple of tricky patients at the moment. They've all been buried in the snow for too long after being attacked by wanderers. Especially the one who just got a heart transplant. We might need your help with... A distant roar resounds, followed closely by the loud sound of collapsing snow and gravel. William sighs. Seems like we won't be getting any sleep tonight either. Let's go. It'll be a while before the injured arrive. We'll talk in the meantime. Zayne follows William. He turns around to see the distant Mount Eternal lit up, as bright as day, by flash bombs. Wait, he was in... Okay. They're in an active war zone. Like, they're combat medics right now. That's crazy that he did open heart, like, resuscitation during a combat zone. Oh my god. Yo, this is insane. This was one of his first assignments. Like, I can't even imagine this. Yo, John, John was stressed out having to be an assistant, like, as an intern in the hospital, and that is stressful. But Zayne, one of Zayne's first assignments was doing that same thing during a battle. That's next level. Yeah, Zayne used to be a combat medic, which is why he knows how to fight. Oh, what? Wait, yo, that's so cool. I thought, okay, that actually, adds so much to his lore, I guess, that explanation is quite insane. Zayne is like around 20 right now. Wait, how old is he at the time of the, like, at the current timeline? Is he like 30, 28, like late 20s? $26. Oh, current is 20. Okay, 20, like around 26 to 28 ish. 27 in the main timeline. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. So it's been so 7 years from now, he meets the main character again. Wow, okay. Well, let's see what else he got up to. Oh my god, this one's 12 pages. Wow. This is gonna be a long one. Okay. Deathly encounter. Zayne hasn't left the ward for several days. The battle rages on, with the wounded being sent in one by one. Just as Zayne releases soldiers who arrived for treatment earlier that day, 3 bloody stretchers get pushed in. Most can't handle the long hours and stress. 4 people already collapsed from this medical team alone. Taking over yet another exhausted colleague's patient in critical condition, Zayne leaves instructions before he adjusts the ventilator. He makes 2 rounds around the ward, and after confirming everything is as it should be, walks out of the tent for a breather. The freezing air in his lungs wakes him. It's late, and the giant searchlight covers the snow. In the dark, Mount Eternal looks like a sleeping beast. Okay. I'll give this guy a gruff voice, because he's like a soldier. Are you still working, Dr. Zayne? A passing soldier carrying steel greets him. Zayne nods. Captain Xander. Zayne helped 2 soldiers under the captain's command, and they became friends. The captain stomps his snow-covered boots. It's cold out there, Dr. Zayne. Why don't you go in and rest? I haven't seen you take a break for days. I just woke up, Zayne says. In truth, he can't even remember when was the last time he closed his eyes. The continuous resuscitations and surgeries are like an endless marathon. He's so exhausted that he doesn't even have the energy to have a nightmare. Besides, the reality he is in right now is far more real and bloody. What's the steel for? He changes the subject. They said we don't have enough wards. So... Oh, wait. This is still Xander, I think. Oh, wait, no, wait. I think what's the steel for was Zayne. Hang on, let me redo this. What's the steel for? He changes the subject. They said we don't have enough wards, so we got asked to get a couple more tents up. Captain Xander wipes the snow off his head. It's weird. There have been many rescue operations before, and they even gave us new equipment. But somehow, more people are injured. Damn. It's almost like there's an endless wave of wanderers. Remembering the recent anomalous eval reports, Zayne ruminates. The sharp sound of an alarm pierces through the calmness, and Zayne is back inside the ward almost instantly. A nurse rushes to him and reports that a soldier is in cardiac arrest. As Zayne listens, his heart sinks. It's the same one he discharged the day before. Administer 1 dose of adrenaline intravenously. Got it. Where's the defibrillator? Almost here. The soldier who bid him farewell with a smile not long ago is pale under his oxygen mask, showing hints of blue. One doctor is performing CPR while another holds the soldier's chin and pinches the breathing bag. A nurse rushes over with a defibrillator. She nimbly slathers the conductive gel on the pads and hands them to Zayne. 360 joules, Zayne mumbles. A muffled bang resounds, The heart monitor continues to beep loudly. Steady. 1, 2, 3. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Again. Beep. The sky slowly brightens. Snow falls once more, sitting atop the tent. William brushes the snow off his uniform and enters the ward. He sees Zayne giving instructions and waits by the side. Give him 2 blood bags. When Zayne finishes, he walks to William. Are you here for the death certificate, Will? Yeah, he was in our team. Zayne walks over to this document-littered desk and opens the drawer. 23. Time of death is 5:47 a.m. William sighs. He was too young. His father was also a soldier, killed during that disaster. Followed in his footsteps and joined the army. Who knew? Zayne is silent for a moment. I'm sorry. You don't need to apologize. William forces himself to smile, trying to lighten up the mood. You've worked day in and day out without sleep. Everyone knows you tried your best. Zayne doesn't reply, his eyes revealing no emotion. William pauses for a moment. Zayne, it's normal to want to save everyone since you just started here. But as long as we try, it's okay if we don't save them. We did what we could. Pat Zayne's shoulder. Don't blame yourself too much. Thank you, Will. I'm fine. Zayne's phone buzzes in his pocket. He takes it out. I still have a surgery to attend. I'll take my leave now. He gives William a nod and hurries off to change. Zayne is once again in that world of ice and snow. But this time, a white figure stands in place of the corpses and blood. Under the raging blizzard, Zayne walks toward him, dark crystals forming on his hands once more. The figure doesn't move. It's waiting to die. The moment the crystals soar, the wind stops. In that split second, Zayne sees the other man. It's him, in a white coat. Zayne opens his eyes. The inside of the tent is dimly lit. His tired colleagues are all nestled in their own simple beds, sleeping soundly. Zayne props himself up with one arm, wipes sweat from his face and neck with his sleeves, and slowly slows his breathing. Reaching underneath his pillow, he feels for his notebook. Zayne's fingers hesitate for a moment, then he takes it out. The cover's indents now form a complete tally mark, one of which is from today. Since coming here, 3 patients died under his care. He strokes the carved marks. For each one, he vividly remembers every dose of medication, every surgery, and every harrowing resuscitation. Yet they still died. It's impossible to save everyone. He knows this better than anyone else. Yet he still insists and persists. The Grim Reaper in his dreams mocks him for his folly, futility, and competence. It wants to kill his desire to save everyone. But he's not planning to give up. I think that might be my favorite one so far out of Zayne's anecdotes today. I really like the writing for this one. God damn. They really put their all into this one. Gosh. Okay. Okay. If you recall, when you first meet Zayne, MC mentions Zayne recently returned from Mount Eternal, so he's still connected there. Oh, wait, really? I completely forgot she mentioned that. Wow. So I guess, does he still know William? Like, I mean, I know that I saw Grayson recently, right? But I want to know if William has a character model or some like sprite art for him. Fun fact, if you dress him up into his medic, if the of the Arctic outfit in the cafe, he says a similar line if you poke him. Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, and when you're watching the Aurora with MC, MC asked him about the mountain behind them, and he says Mount Eternal. Oh, that place that we went to was Mount Eternal. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, he mentioned the Aurora in this chapter earlier. So yeah, I also want to congratulate the Zayne writing team. I mean, I think the writing for every single love interest is so good. Like if I could, like, one of the pleasant surprises of me playing this game is how much care and attention the writing team actually puts into each character's lore and having it all tied together. It does feel like they really try their best to make you care about them. So, chef's kiss, mwah. Lovely, lovely writing from the writing team here. And of course, all of this is in service to get us to want to spend for their banners, right? like that's how gacha works. That's how they getcha. That's how they getcha. Okay. Determination. There's a loud noise. Half the operating room's walls come crashing down, and a horrible mangled body climbs in from the outside. The medics who are focused on the surgery freeze in fear, unable to even scream, as the Wanderer lunges straight for the operating table. Boom! Just before the Wanderer can reach it, the creature is sent flying past the destroyed wall. Watch the patient. Zayne quickly pulls a surgical drape over the patient's chest. He throws a lancet, and countless sharp crystals embed themselves into the Wanderer. In the blink of an eye, blue smoke fills the room, and a protocore falls to the ground. Everything quiets down, leaving only the gasps of those still in shock. Is the patient in stable condition? Wait, that was so badass. He defended his patient from the Wanderer. Yo, let's go, Zayne. The anesthesiologist grips the table. Yes. Ask if there is an operating room. We'll move there. Zayne looks at the second surgeon's assistant, who's frozen on the ground. Quickly now. The surgery ends without any complications. As Zayne returns to the ward, he hears his colleagues' worried comments about wanderers and the unrelenting snowstorm. William. I heard wanderers attack the operating room. Are you alright? William walks over. When Zayne says it's fine, William lets out a sigh of relief. Remembering why he came here in the first place, he asks in a hushed tone. Hey, did you submit a report to our commander? What was I told? Zayne. Oh, wait, his mentor. Zayne. His mentor stands at the entrance to the ward, his expression serious. Come here. A transfer order rests on the desk, stamped with the hospital's red seal. What? Oh, he's getting relieved of duty or something? The hospital told you to return. Wait. The hospital told you to return. The medical field can't afford to lose another person. His instructor hands the document to Zayne. Pack your things. A car will take you to the airport later. When Zayne doesn't move, the old professor snaps. I know what you're thinking, but now is not the time for you to show off.
Being able to deduce a change in Mount Eternal's protofield from the patient's abnormalities is helpful to the mission, but that's where your duty ends.
He once again shoves the paper in Zayne's hands.
Med school didn't teach you everything so you could die young. I'm enough for the cardiac surgical team here.
Zayne clenches his hands. I'm sorry, but I have to stay. He takes out a pass. 2 lines engraved deeply into the card by the HQ stamp. Yeah, he is too precious to be there. Name, Zayne. Detachment, Evil Special Rescue Unit, Special Operations. I am going to enter the center of Mount Eternal's protofield to assist them.
When did you...
The professor is furious. He slams the table.
Even if you want to study the cause of the patient's changes, the protofield abnormalities could lead to even greater tragedies if you...
He doesn't want to say any more. Zayne looks at his instructor's gray hair and steps forward to hold his hand. This is my duty. Don't worry, I'll return safe and sound. If he can't save everyone, then he'll go to the root of the problem and eliminate it. Leaving the tent, William takes a deep breath. Empathize with him, will you? It's hard to train a doctor. On top of that, you're his favorite. Of course he wouldn't want you to risk your life. But don't worry. He showed his card similar to Zayne's. As a fellow doctor, I'll make sure you get back unharmed. Zayne is surprised for a moment, then he relaxes. Thank you, William. William smiles and stretches his hand out to him. Welcome to the team. Oh, so they're on the same team. Well, that's nice. I wonder if there's something more happened behind the scenes. Don't tell me it's ever. If it's ever again, I'm gonna lose my shit. It's Ever and Astra. Those 2 organizations piss me off. Or like, Astra isn't an organization. Those 2 entities piss me off. And I guess the Tome of the Sea God for the 3rd one. Oh boy. Okay. I'll keep going. Through troubled times. A week later, Special Operations team composed of 30 elite members entered Mount Eternal fully armed. Okay, who is this? William, maybe? Oh, Captain Xander, okay.
Our mission is to find the center of the protofield and eliminate it to stop the creation of Wanderers. The speculated location is in the valley of the Northern Cliff. This operation is more difficult and even more dangerous than any others before. So you must all strictly follow orders and do everything in the name of safety.
As leader of the group, Captain Xander pauses his lecture about precautions to grab a map. William comes over and asks Zayne, who did you address your will to? He's curious about whom Zayne, emotionless as he is, holds dear in his heart. Zayne instead deflects the question to, who did you address yours to? William cuffs and says in a different voice, I'll introduce you when we get back. Despite being mentally prepared, Zayne didn't expect getting back to become an unobtainable luxury. As they venture deeper into the mountain and range, the terrain becomes more treacherous, and the energy fluctuations more violent. Wanna bet Zayne addressed his will to the MC? Oh, I am sure he did. I'm 100% sure that Zayne addressed it to the MC. For each step forward, the operations team has to fight, costing them time and energy. With every teammate that falls, the tally marks on Zayne's notebook increase. At the same time, he goes from being a combat medic to a soldier. Still, the bloodshed doesn't let up. The Grim Reaper in his dreams appears once again, staring at him with cold eyes. With another narrow escape from death, Captain Xander has to make a decision. They alone cannot hold back the protofield's energy fluctuations. If they keep going, it will only lead to more casualties. They must act quickly and destroy the protofield center. So there's a lot of Wanderers popping up in Mount Eternal. This operation is meant to investigate / eliminate the threat of Wanderers. Right. I mean, they're not around Mount Eternal anymore by the time of the main story. So like 7 years later. So I have to assume that this operation succeeds, right? It's like safe enough for people to go hiking and stuff. Also, now that I'm reading this, why the fuck did they not request for hunters to help them with the mission, not just soldiers? Question. Was unicorns established at this point? Like, was this already, did they already set this up? Yeah, this is literally their expertise. It doesn't make a lot of sense. like they would hire them, right? Maybe they were expensive. Some parts of Mount Eternal are still restricted, if I recall. Oh, really? At the time of the current story? Wow, okay. Okay then. When William returns to the tent, Zayne is dressing his wounds. The large injury on his right arm is open again, blood oozing out. William sighs and hands him a bottle of medication. As a doctor, didn't you know how important your arm is? There are other ways of saving people that don't involve you taking hits from Wanderers on their behalf. Oh, so Hunters Association was already established at this point? Oh, okay. Okay. Got you. So yeah, why didn't they call them? That doesn't make any sense. Oh well. I know what I'm doing. I don't think you do, William asks. Zayne, I've always felt like you're more desperate than others when it comes to saving people. I've seen dedicated medical staff, but none as persistent as you. Is something weighing you down? No, Zayne answers. There is. Not at all. Once Zayne is done dressing his wound, he takes out a sleeping bag and lies down in a way to show he wishes to rest and not be disturbed. William remains where he is, clearly unwilling to leave until he gets an answer. The two are at a stalemate. In the end, Zayne admits defeat. Years ago, he says after a long time, I almost killed someone important. William is surprised. What happened? Holding the ice-cold air with his right hand, Zayne lets it go. I lost control of my evil. That night, the blood in his hands kept dripping onto the ground, dripping into his dreams. The summer when he was 12 was extraordinarily long. Every little thing, like the ivy climbing up the courtyard wall, the stall that sells popsicles, and the swing in the park, is clear in his mind, as if it were yesterday. A snowstorm ended that summer. It was the first time a black-robed Grim Reaper appeared in his dreams. Okay, and I assume that chapter 5 is gonna be them telling that story. So this was back when he was a kid. He hurt someone. What? Okay. Right. Wait, the incident with the MC? Did they explain that before? I don't remember. I don't remember hearing that. Huh. But yeah, maybe there is a reason why the Hunters Association is not involved. Oh, I see. Oh. Oh, they explained it later. Okay, never mind. I'm going to... This is the first time they hinted at it. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna forget that I read that comment. It's all good. Let's see. Yeah, it probably is Ever. I swear, Ever is always related in some way, shape, or form to like bullshit. You know what I mean? Okay, let's go. Let's go. A long way home. The day grows shorter. The night, with a relentless snowstorm, descends onto Mount Eternal. By the time the team reaches the valley, they're down to less than half their original number. Outside, the blizzard rages on. Yet inside, it's strangely calm. The dense forest is filled with dead trees, standing tall like tombstones. A faint blue light flickers on the black, broken branches. The continuous ringing of the detection alarm and the sight in front of them all point to one thing: the Protofield Center. Looking at the scarred but determined faces of his teammates, Captain Xander says in a deep voice,
Let's begin.
"Yes, sir!" Everyone quickly and quietly gets ready to destroy the Protofield Center.
Orientate a calibration.
Done!
Electrical current ready.
Metaflux barrier test initiated. 1. Bunker is ready. Anti-protofield system setup complete. Limit of protofield strength reached. Transmission progress at 75%. Magnetic field coordinates confirmed. 57, 31, 64. The transmission progress has reached 100%. Everything is ready. In an instant, a deafening roar fills the air. Sand and rock fragments fly through the valley along with millions of energy particles. The blizzard rushes in. The violent energy fluctuation causes dozens of wanderers to gather. Captain Xander, shocked, yells into the howling wind.
Stay alert. Don't fall asleep. There are wanderers.
At the sight of one of the creatures swinging a weapon at an unconscious teammate, he lunges at it. Clang! A wall of ice several meters high erupts from the ground and pierces the wanderer's protocores. Zayne grips his right arm with his left. He uses his evolve to freeze his weak legs, forcing himself to stand. Get them to safety first. I'll handle this. Several icicles pierce the wanderers. He grits his teeth. His mouth tastes like rust. A large energy fluctuation. New person. A large energy fluctuation has been detected on the north side of Mount Eternal. Metaflux levels have surpassed the 3rd threshold. Target area is shifting. Signal re-established. After disappearing for so long, HQ finally gets a signal from the operations team. Within the garrison, everyone gets to work. The commander picks up the intercom and says, "The protofield in Mount Eternal has been destroyed. I repeat, the protofield in Mount Eternal has been destroyed." I guess this can be like Zayne's. No. Random voice. All units, head to Mount Eternal and bring back special operations. The sun is rising. Peace returns to the valley. I assume that's like static. Operations. Do you read? A hand reaches out from the snow and presses down on the walkie-talkie's button. Operations, copy. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I think that might be Zayne. Operations, copy. Nice sound effects. Thank you. 294, we'll be there soon. What's the situation? Are there any casualties? Casualties. Zayne struggles to stand up and sees his teammates scattered across the snow, unconscious. Using all of his strength, he drags them out and checks their breathing, pulses, and injuries. 2 broken arms and 1 possible concussion. Hearing a similar voice, Zayne moves to the other side of the destroyed wall and finds William talking. Noticing Zayne, William happily waves at him but winces when it opens his wounds. The remaining smoke from the explosion finally disappears, revealing a gaping hole at the bottom of the valley. Although shocking, it's proof of the protofield's destruction. After checking the vital signs of the remaining teammates, William sighs in relief.
Zayne, we can go back.
Indeed. Sunlight flitters through the clouds and fog. Zayne's heart, always so wound up and tight, finally relaxes. The frozen apocalypse of his dreams did not become reality.
There should be some heating equipment left in the bunker. I'll go look.
William pats some snow off of him and starts walking. Zayne returns to his senses and is about to help when he stops in his tracks.
Well, what is it?
William turns around. Unable to speak, Zayne points. Confused, William looks down. An eerie blue glow appears on his chest. Crystals, beautiful and sinister, slowly begin to spread. No! No, not William! No! Wait. Was that like friendly fire? The snow, like the ice evol rebounded and accidentally hit William? What? What? Wait. Okay, hang on. Keep going? Okay, don't worry. I'm gonna see the answer soon.
What is this?
Suspicious, William touches them. He finds the fine black crystals are now growing on his hand and sting. He tries to wipe them off, fling them off, even use his evol to get rid of them. The crystals continue to grow. Sensing something is wrong, Zayne reaches out and is about to touch William's chest when it all happens so suddenly. The crystals accumulate, and William's expression goes from surprised to panicked. What's going on? But the crystals don't give him any time to react. Within seconds, his limbs corrode, twisting into uncomfortable, strange positions. Oh my god! The air around him explodes. Zayne is tossed several feet back. Will! Stay away from me! William shouts. His bones and muscles are torn up and start to dissolve. Jesus! He cries out in pain. Zayne grits his teeth and forces himself to calm down. He tries to use his evol to freeze the crystals. Frost covers William's body, halting the crystals only for a few seconds. But it didn't stop them from spreading. A few seconds should be enough. Zayne holds his breath, gathering frost once more. Zayne! The crystals explode. Zayne feels a sharp pain across his forehead, blood blurring his vision. He staggers and hears William shout through the pain.
Forget it. Leave me to...
Before he can finish, countless crystal fragments fly at Zayne. Zayne barely dodges them as he tries to fight against the crystals on William's body during using evol. However, his body begins to fail him. Pain explodes through his shoulder, fragments embedding themselves in his flesh. Zayne trembles. Oh, hello, welcome. Sorry, you're catching me at a very sad point here in the story. Basically, Zayne is not having a good time.
No, you'll get taken down with me.
The crystals, consuming bone, devouring marrow, climb to his neck. His arms, moving on their own, attack Zayne. William watches with dread as his body becomes twisted and gnarled.
It's too late. Kill me.
Zayne's mind goes blank. There's still hope, as long as I can freeze it. Blood fills his mouth. He grits his teeth. Hold on, please. Again and again, the ice tries to freeze the horrifying black crystals. They fail again, and again, and again. It's no use. As if a million little knives are piercing through his head, William uses his remaining strength to say,
Help me.
The tissue underneath the crystals rapidly forms a strange shell. For the first time, Zayne realizes that life, which always represents hope and salvation, can be terrifyingly ugly. His movements slow down. What can he do? Can he do anything? He can't. Not anymore. Living like a monster with no hope of deliverance, is that redemption? Crystals have encased William's body, leaving only his eyes, which stare at Zayne with a mix of pain and hope. The figures in Zayne's nightmares merge with William. Their expressions are distorted by pain. Their bodies twisted into grotesque positions, unable to speak, their minds gone, their eyes can only beg.
Kill me. Kill me. I don't want to become a monster.
Snow falls again. Zayne moves his stiff fingers. The icicles in his palm are coated in blood, soaked with a boundless black. William's body takes a few steps and falls, eventually dissipating into a grayish-blue smoke. The people he killed in his dreams appear once more, body after body sprawled in front of him, turning the valley into a giant tomb. The wind reverberates into a mournful howl, sounding like a sorrowful cry from the sky or the cries and wails of countless people on the verge of death. Warm, sticky blood gurgles, melting the crystallized snow, which quickly freezes again. It melts and freezes over and over, turning into a tombstone. Zayne watches one of these winding trails of blood. His blood. He looks up. The Grim Reaper stands in the distance, watching him on the snowy mountain covered in blood and death. What the fuck? Wait, there's a time skip? Crying Avatar fits today, yeah, for sure. For sure. I got these expressions ready. Also, I really want to play Dying Light. Like, right now, sorry, just, to pause, what's this? I like Project Zomboid. I'm playing a lot of Project Zomboid. I think that's the best zombie game, but I want to try Dying Light once. Okay, back to this one. 3 years later. The surgery will be difficult, but we'll try it. Transfer him here. Zayne finishes his remote consultation in his office when Grayson knocks on his door. Dr. Zayne, here's the Linda ward. He carefully puts down the box. Did you actually ask them to deliver this? It's a very prestigious award in the field of medicine. I can't believe you didn't even go to the ceremony. I had an outpatient to take care of that day. I couldn't go. Grayson is shocked. Was it not possible to reschedule? Some patients book 2 or 3 months in advance, so they have time to travel. I can't reschedule. He looks over his computer screen. Do you have nothing else to do? Grayson leaves immediately. After his work is complete, Zayne opens the box. Text is etched into the side the exquisite award. Dr. Zayne, wait, okay, this is Zayne reading. Dr. Zayne successfully performed the world's first abdominal aortic repair using EVOL technology. He saved a patient who was attacked by wanderers. This is both a miracle and a monumental moment in medicine. He shoves the box deep into his drawer, right next to another. Inside is an award that belongs to William. He stares at them quietly. His memory of William's crystal-covered body in his moments of death merges with the abnormal crystals in the patient's heart. The blizzard that covers Mount Eternal appears in front of him once more. The snow buried William's body, and with it, all those secrets. But strange crystals reappeared. The Grim Reaper, hidden in the darkness, opens his merciless eyes once again. This uncertain, cursed fate is far from over. Well, I had a hunch. I had a hunch that William would not survive. Because, like, I saw Grayson. I know that Grayson's alive and well. Now you can read Longly Flame, World Underneath for extra continuous pain, post Mount Eternal. Oh, really? Longly Flame. Wow. Okay, you guys weren't kidding when you mentioned that, like, this is like sad. this is like next level sad. Like, wow. But this, like, I think this is like a very good origin story for Zayne. Like, this is sad. I wish we got more with William, to be fair, but I'm content with what we got already. In the main story chapter, when you're watching the Aurora, Zayne tells the MC that a friend of his died at Mount Eternal. What? Wait, did he actually say that? How did I forget that? What? I recommend reading Zayne's prologue to Tomorrow Branch. It also heavily references Anecdotes 2 to 3. I don't think I can read it tonight, but I can read it next week. Like tonight, I was just planning to do Anecdotes for Zayne. It has been some time. I think that was like 2 months ago at this point, which is crazy. After you read these, right. Oh my god. Jeez. Hello, welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Well, this story was sad. Not gonna lie. Oh. Okay. So you're telling me that the third one is sad, like equally sad? Still in dark? Man, I'm not ready. Cries in Anecdote 3. It's worse? Oh my god. Oh wait, this is Dawnbreaker? Wait, is this actually the Dawnbreaker meme? Oh, sorry, not meme. Sorry, I was looking at the comment that's like, this is fine meme. This is actually the Dawnbreaker story? What? Okay, so this is what I need to read in order to read Death and Rebirth of the main story, right? Because I remember the reason I didn't read Death and Rebirth yet was because I didn't know the Dawnbreaker lore. Oh boy, we're gonna be needing tissues and cookies for this one, soldiers. Yep, we're cooked here. Both the last anecdote and this one are needed. Okay. And then I guess some... Wait. Let me quickly make... Before I go do that, let me make a mental note of the World Underneath stories. Longleaf Flame. Oh, this one! The first one, Longleaf Flame. Okay, so that... I can read that now. I just made fried rice, so yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Oh, that sounds delicious. You're making me hungry. Yeah, goodness, Zayne's Anecdotes. Yeah, I'm just realizing how sad his lore is. I mean, like, I knew that his lore was sad, but this is like... He's so nice. He doesn't deserve anything of what he's gone through. Fractal library too. Fractal library. Q&A. Oh, that's the Foreseer library. Okay, that makes sense. Also, Silas Myth for the death and rebirth. Oh shoot. Okay. The Silas Myth where he's in like a suit. That one. Also some world underneath fractal library. Yeah, got you. Okay, so I don't know if I can read them today, but Longleaf Flame. Oh, they mean Abyssal Sovereign, his limited myth. Oh. Wait. Hang on. Is there a way to see all the myths that have been released so far? I want to wrap Zayne in a blanket. Oh, YouTube? Yeah, for sure. YouTube, baby. YouTube is my best friend. Is there a way in-game to see all the memories that were released in the past? Or overview? No. I don't think overview would be it. Falling for You? Okay, Silas, right? Is it? So it's captivating or abyssal? Abyssal. This is needed? This is needed? Okay. Oh, it's with him and then collections. Oh, wow. By the way, this is one of my most wanted myths. I really want this one. It looks so cool. Like the next the Silas myth that I want is this one, for sure. The epitome of depression. Well, I'm already like used to the pain at this point for this game. I'm also waiting for this myth. Okay, we'll wait together and then we'll wish each other luck when this thing rolls around. Been saving for this myth rerun. Okay, so we just had a Zayne myth rerun. We should be getting Silas's myth rerun soon, right? I heard it's gonna be released at November or something as a rerun. Okay, if it's November, that's after Zayne's like trifecta. I won't say trifecta. Zayne's like brief period of insane banners back to back. So that's after Zayne's anniversary, and it's also after his like new myth that's supposedly coming out. Oh boy. Oh, and also this like multi-banner that's happening as well. That's supposed to be really spicy. Okay, that gives me enough time to save, I think. But getting back into it, let's read Dawnbreaker. Let's do this. Oh boy. Silas fans are gonna have it rough during wintertime. Abyssal Sovereign literally having the rerun right before anniversary. Yeah, that's well, I mean, I guess I am in that camp because I am also saving. I'm gonna be rolling for Abyssal Sovereign too, so I'm screwed. Along with another multi before that. Oh my god. Okay. Let's do this. Still in Dark. Okay, I'm ready. Chapter 1, Visitor. When Zayne first appeared, Georgie thought he had seen the Green Reaper. He and his mother cowered in a corner with no means of escaping, pursued relentlessly by a monster. Letting out a terrifying roar, the creature approached them. It wore human clothing and bore a human-like visage, but its veiny skin grotesquely bulged. Its pupils glowed a sinister, unnatural blue. Its aura was anything but human. If the anniversary multi gonna be like nightly rendezvous, good luck my wallet. Yeah. We're fucked if they do that level of spice. People were saying that like the next multi banner after this one, the marriage one, is gonna be like the honeymoon banner. So good luck to us. We're all screwed. Okay. Suddenly, his mother pushed Georgie away. With all her might, she embraced the monster. And from beneath its skin, strange tendrils burst forth, resembling eerie blue hooks. They embedded themselves into her. Through the tears blurring his vision, Georgie saw a black figure enter the alley. Just as clouds parted, cold moonlight illuminated the person's black coat. He drew closer, his face expressionless. A sharp dagger in human form. So the supposed spicy banner should be after Xavier's new myth, around August. Oh, okay. Stella should have his rerun November 5 to 12. Got you. And then, yeah. The Chinese National Day multi-banner is probably going to be big too, end of September, beginning of October. Oh my god. There's literally no time for me to save. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, okay, good luck to everyone. Because I remember someone mentioning that they had like literally 3 diamonds in their account. So good luck to them. That's gonna be rough, I swear. Yeah, that's probably the idea. Help! A child's voice, young and shaky, cut abruptly through the dark. Narrow alley. Ugh. The monster released the hooks in Georgie's mother and whirled around to pounce on the figure. A garbled roar resounded. A starved beast had spotted easy prey. The man took off the black leather glove on his right hand. Georgie caught only a glimpse of a thin beam of light shining between the man's fingers. It was shaped like a shard of ice. In the blink of an eye, it hurled itself toward the monster, piercing its heart. Frozen and nailed in place by an invisible force, the monster gazed down at its impaled chest, gasping for air. The man walked toward it. With each step, tendrils on the monster's body fractured bit by bit. When he reached the creature, it collapsed. Its body convulsed a few times before becoming motionless. He bent down to inspect its corpse, then slipped his leather glove back on. The monster dissipated like mist, leaving behind only dark blue fragments. Are you the Grim Reaper? Georgie asked. The man's gaze lingered on the mother and son. His crystalline pupils gleamed with an inorganic luster under the moonlight. He didn't respond and turned to leave. Clouds once again hid the moon, and his shadow swiftly merged with the darkness of the alley. The second time Georgie encounters Zayne, it's at a convenience store. Okay, well at least it's a nice change of pace from getting hunted by a wanderer. 1 month has passed since then. Actually, Georgie has observed him for several days. Zayne lives in an apartment nearby. His outings are unpredictable, and whenever Georgie tries to follow him to see where he goes, he always ends up losing sight of him. The only place Zayne consistently visits is the convenience store. He always picks up a box of chocolates placed at the front of the shelf and proceeds to the checkout. Seemingly indifferent to the kind of chocolate, Georgie finally musters the courage to approach Zayne just after he finishes paying. Hello. We met before. I'm Georgie. I know you come here every day to buy chocolate. This is imported chocolate. Here. The 11-year-old boy, noticeably smaller and frailer than the other children, lifts a large glass jar he's holding. Inside it are exquisitely wrapped chocolates in colorful foil wrappers. Looking up at the man towering over him, the boy asks, Could you help me find the person who killed my mom? Zayne stares at the young boy, his expression unreadable. After a moment, in a voice as cold as ice, he replies, That is something you should ask the police about. So is he like a vigilante here? He roams the street at night, like Batman, and just taking out wanderers, hunting people down. They're gonna give out 2,000 diamonds with the new free Caleb 5-star? Wait, that's sick. I'm happy about that. Batman vibes is real with this one. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. All right. And yeah, Zayne's sweet tooth because of the chocolate. Mystery. Detective Ivan thinks he's about to die when he sees Zayne for the first time. The man standing before him, known within the police department as Dawnbreaker, is a mysterious serial killer? What? What the hell is happening? Wait, serial killer? Because they think he's the Grim Reaper? Are you for real? There's no way. Not my Zayne. He leaves no corpses behind, only scattered fragments of an unknown dark blue substance. If it weren't for surveillance cameras that had captured footage of him committing the murders, these victims would simply be considered missing people. Okay, keep going. Okay. I am so confused. Okay, wait. I know there's this like blue crystal thing that happens, but what the Okay. And unlike normal murders, this resembles complete erasure. The victims vary in gender, age, and identity, but the only thing they have in common is the shards left at the crime scene. This baffles Ivan the most. The fragments, emitting a faint blue glow, remind him of a wanderer's protocore. Long before Ivan's generation was born, wanderers had appeared on the earth. As far back as he can remember, wanderers roamed the city, prompting people to spend most of their time indoors to avoid them. Many simple tasks were delegated to robots, and people indulged in VR to pass their remaining years. Okay, this has to be in the future. Ivan was taught that wanderers were amalgamations of energy. So why did the victims leave behind a substance resembling a protocore after their death? Is the material that all that remains of the victims? Yeah, they were infected already. They were infected and became wanderers. Or could this mysterious serial killer be specifically hunting humans who possess such things in their bodies? Using this as a criterion, the AI system identifies who will most likely be the next victim. By the time Ivan arrives, Dawnbreaker is already attacking the target. His cold face is hidden by his black coat. Ivan can't make out the sharp object the man wields. He fires his gun. The bullet doesn't hit the murderer, but Ivan's eyes widen when he realizes what's happening. The target, an elderly man who's close to dying, suddenly lunges at Dawnbreaker in one swift movement. Several hook-like tendrils erupt from the old man's skin, and one pierces Dawnbreaker's arm. Under the streetlight, the foreign substance on the old man's body glows a sinister blue, which grows from his skin. Dawnbreaker doesn't even flinch. In his other hand, a slender beam of light appears again. This time, Ivan sees it clearly. It's a shard of ice. The moment it pierces the old man's chest, the tendrils on his body instantly shatter. He's discovered the murder weapon and the origin of the dark blue fragments at the crime scenes. Ivan raises his gun again, but with a wave of the Dawnbreaker's hand, both Ivan's hand and gun are instantly frozen by blackened ice crystals.
Colin H.
Ivan couldn't even finish the sentence. An icicle grazes his cheek, pinning his communicator to the wall behind him. The body on the ground dissipates into black mist, leaving Ivan dumbstruck. This resembles the unique way wanderers vanish after being destroyed.
He wasn't human?
Ivan murmurs to himself. Dawnbreaker's indifferent gaze sweeps over him. Then he turns around, his black coat blending into the shadows of the night. Since that day, Ivan has reviewed the surveillance footage from every crime scene, trying to find that black silhouette. But the individual is an intangible enigma, vanishing into the jumble of pixelated images. However, Ivan's efforts aren't entirely fruitless. The identity of the latest Jane Doe has been revealed. She was a worker in an underground protocore factory and laid off a few months ago. More importantly, she had an 11-year-old son named Georgie. She was the mom. Oh. And it just so happens an orphanage had recently filed a missing person report for a boy named Georgie, who was under their care. Ivan's police intuition tells him that following this clue could very well lead him to Dawnbreaker. He's firmly convinced the next time they meet, he'll arrest this serial killer and bring him to justice. Yeah, this is some serious Batman shit. Like, okay, Batman before, this is like when the cops thought Batman was a bad guy. And Georgie is giving me serious, like, Robin vibes, if you know what I mean. Poor Georgie's mother. Yeah, I know, right? Poor Georgie's mom. That's like... She was in the wrong place in the wrong time. Okay. Oh man, my tea is lukewarm now. That's okay. It still kind of gets the job done. Part 3, Shelter. Whenever I see this word, I think of that one anime song that anime AMV made by Porter Robinson that just took over the community like a decade ago. Oh my god, it's been like a decade since Shelter. Probably. Oh my gosh, are people even old enough to know that? I feel so old mentioning this. I don't know if people even remember what I'm talking about. Which is ironic considering how hot this tea is getting right now. I know, right? I know, this is some... Here's the motherfucking tea. Oh my god, 20 pages? Holy crap. Okay. Okay, we're in for a novel here. Okay. We are in for a ride indeed. Zayne isn't surprised to see the little boy at his apartment door. When he left during the day, he noticed that glass jar full of chocolates placed by the door, like bait sitting in a trap. It waited for its prey to be ensnared, I guess. A small head peeked out, barely visible behind the stairwell. Zayne chose to ignore him and continued walking downstairs. When Zayne returns, it's already deep into the night. The little boy is asleep by the door, clutching the jar. His small head almost droops to the ground. Hushed mumbles in his dreams. I really should go to sleep, but I'm going to endure it. Wait, I have a terrible sleep schedule myself, but please, I recommend going to sleep. Don't worry, the VOD will be here in the morning. But for what it's worth, I appreciate you, you know, being here in the stream, watching, trying to stay awake. Okay, let's keep it going. The only thing he can hear clearly is one word. Mom. With the hallway lights off, darkness envelops them. Zayne looks down at the curled up child. He reaches into his coat pocket only to find it empty. No, it's not the same and I can only watch it rare occasion. Okay, that's true. That's true. He reaches into his coat pocket only to find it empty. He ran out of chocolate. Zayne takes 2 steps forward and kneels down next to the boy. Georgie wakes up from the rustling, opening his eyes to a dark silhouette close by. Cold, pale fingers twist the glass jar's lid. Panicked, Georgie watches a hand pluck one chocolate from the jar, unwrap it, raise it, and place it into a man's mouth. His eyes meet an emotionless gaze, his coldness jolting him awake. Tentatively, Georgie says, Are you going to help me? Zayne silently stands up. Desperate, the boy tugs at the hem of Zayne's coat. You ate my chocolate. Oh, wait. No, that's the boy. Sorry. You ate my chocolate. You accepted my payment. Zayne opens the door and walks into the apartment, his coat slipping from Georgie's grasp. However, the door doesn't close. Georgie lifts his head and sees him standing at the doorway, his hand resting on the door. Are you letting me in? After Georgie tentatively steps inside, Zayne lets go of the door and walks away. He sits on the sofa. Georgie looks around, and the room lacks decorations, and the furniture is extremely simple. The only hint of humanity is the faint cracks on the grayish-white walls, signs of age and neglect. So Zayne literally doesn't care about his living space right now. What is going on at this point in his life? In the center of the living room is a holographic screen displaying what appears to be a very old TV show. On the screen, a man in a white coat is treating a patient. What is... Okay. Georgie cautiously sits on the edge of the sofa and sneaks glances at Zayne. The seemingly emotionless killer is now engrossed in an outdated TV drama. The scene full of contradictions gradually emboldens the young boy. Zayne lives off chocolate. I don't know how he has that physique by eating chocolate all day. That is crazy. Aren't you tired? Zayne asks. What is this? It looks like a TV show from decades ago. In the room, aside from a dialogue from the TV drama, the young boy's voice passes through the quietness. He runs a lot. Well, you can't gain muscle by eating chocolate. Zayne is ripped. So how does he gain muscle mass? There's no protein. Okay, anyway. In the quietness. Mom used to say only rich people can afford to go to the doctor. Okay, that's kind of facts. I'm not gonna let. I mean, where I am, we're chilling. Where I am, we don't have that issue, but I mean, down south, if you know what I mean, that is a problem. That is very much a problem. Suddenly, Zayne gets up. Georgie shrinks back, afraid he's about to be thrown out of the apartment. Oh, you have free hospitals too? Nice. However, Zayne only takes the glass jar. Wait, Oh, there are free hospitals in the US? Really? Wait. Actually, I don't know. Anyway. However, Zayne only takes the glass jar from Georgie. No, I'm not in the US. Okay. Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, oh wait, they might be from a different place. You don't have to say where you are, by the way. Please don't say where you are. Remain anonymous online. I was just like, oh, okay, so in different countries they have free hospitals as well. That's very good. That's really good. That's like um making healthcare like easily accessible to everyone. I think that's like a basic resource, right? Okay. Oh my gosh, I forgot where I was. um I'll just reach from. Suddenly Zayne gets up. Georgie shrinks back, afraid he's about to be thrown out of the apartment. However, Zayne only takes the glass jar from Georgie. He returns to his seat, unwraps a chocolate, and puts it in his mouth. He eats them one after another as if the chocolates were his dinner. Do adults really enjoy sweets like this? As Georgie thinks about it, his stomach grumbles. Zayne's gaze remains fixed on the screen, but he passes the chocolate jar to him. Chocolate doesn't make me full, Georgie says. What do you usually eat? Zayne pauses, then stands up and opens the refrigerator. Georgie follows him and looks inside, surprised to see rows of bottles filled with nutrient solutions, neatly stacked. You live on these? That's crazy. Zayne lives on literally drinking his nutrients. Unfazed, Zayne watches as Georgie, driven by hunger, takes a bottle and drinks it. The bland, flavorless liquid gives an immediate sense of fullness, but lacks the satisfaction of a real meal. Can someone who sustains themselves solely on such a liquid be considered human? This question flickers through Georgie's mind as he watches the man, who's returned to eating chocolate on the sofa. Yet to label him the Grim Reaper seems too contradictory when he's clearly fond of something as simple as chocolate. Georgie doesn't dwell on this question for too long. Having not slept soundly for several days, he soon succumbs to the overwhelming wave of drowsiness once he relaxes. When Georgie opens his eyes again, sunlight streams through the window and into the living room, making the glass jar on the coffee table sparkle. And the jar, which was brimming with chocolates last night, is now only half full. Rubbing his eyes, Georgie sits up on the sofa and sees Zayne carrying a pot with a budding jasmine up from the bedroom. Oh, the jasmine! He has a budding jasmine with him. Yo. Okay. Well, at least we know that this is a Zayne. Like, the Zaynes remain consistent throughout time. Wearing a t-shirt, Zayne looks more like a college student who lives next door, rather than the Grim Reaper in a coat. Georgie is stunned. Georgie is stunned, watching him place the pot on the windowsill so it can bask in the sun. Zayne waters and prunes the jasmine. As he gazes at the white bud, the sunlight reflects into Zayne's eyes, lending a soft glow to his otherwise emotionless pupils. Do you like plants? Oh no, wait, sorry. That was the kid asking it. Do you like plants? As Zayne continues to snip, he shakes his head. Then, did someone important give that to you? Zayne glances down at the boy and remains silent. What should I do to get you to talk to me? Georgie's frustration in the endless silence nears despair. He picks up the glass jar from the coffee table, trying one last time. You've eaten a lot of my chocolate, so you have to help me find out who killed my mom. It must have been one of those monsters that chased us before. Only you can help me. Zayne pauses, He puts down the gardening scissors and leaves the jasmine in the sun. Then he returns and walks into the bedroom. Perplexed, Georgie follows Zayne and sees him opening a closet filled with only black clothes. It's like a wardrobe dedicated to funerals. And aside from the wardrobe and bed, there are no other pieces of furniture in the bedroom. Next to the bed is a holographic screen. Unlike the outdated TV drama in the living room, this displays countless moving green dots. What's that? Unsurprisingly, Georgie's question is met with silence. Zayne, wearing his black coat once more, reverts to the Reaper-like appearance Georgie saw before. Oh my god. Yeah, Dawnbreaker Zayne uniform is okay. I'm still like obviously they haven't revealed it, but I'm still wondering where this takes place in the timeline. Was this before he met the main character or after? I have no clue. But like the fact that he's watching a Doctor TV show is an interesting detail. Like, is he watching that because he got inspired to be a doctor, or is he watching that because he's reminiscing on his time as a doctor? That's my question. No, it's okay. I'm just like sharing my thoughts. I think you'll have an idea in a few pages. Oh, okay. Let's see. Georgie follows Zayne out of the apartment, and they arrive at the convenience store. This time, Zayne heads straight for the refrigerated aisles, methodically scanning rows of various flavored sodas. Eventually, he picks a bottle from the top shelf, its packaging unremarkable. Is it any good? Georgie can't help but ask. Zayne pauses for a moment, then grabs another bottle. He also slips a jar of chocolate into Georgie's arms before... Oh, wait, too much. Proceeding to check out. After leaving the store, Georgie takes a few sips from his soda. The flavor isn't exactly anything ordinary. Zayne opens his bottle and starts pouring it out. Before Georgie can react, the liquid solidifies in midair. Popsicle? It looks weird. People used to call it an old popsicle. An old popsicle? Zayne looks at the popsicle in his hand and takes a bite. He appears to savor the taste. So you like stuff other than chocolates and nutrient drinks, Georgie adds, even though it's still very strange. Zayne doesn't mind this comment, and the two walk down the street. There aren't many people around. It's to be expected because wanderers are present, and many people prefer to stay indoors as much as possible. Okay, so this is in the future. Like, if Zayne said old popsicle, then that has to be in the future of Lincoln City or something. And at this point, like, everybody is quarantined indoors. There's like Zayne's favorite snack. Oh, okay. Okay, well, the city's outdoors belongs to robots, wanderers, and weeds. With a chocolate-filled jar in his arms, Georgie follows Zayne. Zayne takes long strides, and Georgie has to jog to keep up. Just as he catches up, Zayne suddenly stops, and Georgie almost runs into him. He sees Zayne standing outside an abandoned plaza with an overgrown grass. Following his gaze, a patch of jasmine flowers blooms amidst the decaying city. Aww. The vibrant white blossoms stand out in desolate surroundings. Zayne walks over to the bench facing the jasmines and sits down. Touching the bench, Georgie realizes it's clean. Do you often come here? Zayne doesn't deny it and takes out a book from his coat pocket. Georgie sits down beside him, eating chocolates from the jar. Curious, he looks at the contents of the book. The cover is worn, and the text faded. Georgie tilts his head and reads out loud. Oh! Lincoln City travel guide? Where's Lincoln City? Do you want to go there? So this isn't Lincoln City. Zayne grabs a chocolate from the jar and eats it, flipping through the pages of the book. Is this the N109 zone? Wait. Georgie notices several marked locations in the travel guide. Museums, ski resorts, parks, and some places that seem to be restaurant recommendations. Lincoln City, Axo Hospital. This looks like a place from a long time ago. Georgie's eyes widen. Is this book very old? As old as my grandpa? No, it should be even older than that. But I've never met my grandpa. Or my dad, for that matter. What the hell is going on? Wait, so Zayne is... He's not old at this point. Oh my god, okay. Zayne calmly glosses over the boy's mumbled words. Why are you interested in an old city? The boy looks up at him. Zayne stares at the nearby jasmine, something fleeting, briefly cracking his expressionless face. I often dream of that place. Wait, so he's having dreams... Wait, this Zayne is having dreams of Lincoln City. And there's a brochure, a travel guide of Lincoln City, but he hasn't actually gone there? Okay, I don't know what's going on. These dreams, yeah. Is this like a... I don't... At this point, I don't know if it's an alternate reality. Oh, wait. Oh, these are the nightmares Zayne was having of... in Anecdote 2? Wait, because I thought that he was in like a a big snowy mountain range, and the Grim Reaper appeared in like the white snow. I thought that's what it was. Okay, well, so those are actually visions of this world. Oh, not these dreams that the Dawnbreaker is talking about. Oh, okay. Different dreams. Different dreams. Okay. He describes a Grim Reaper. You'll note that that's what Dawnbreaker is compared to as well. So Zayne dreams of Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker dreams of Zayne. You can say that both Zaynes are dreaming of each other. Okay. This is gonna sound crazy. Has anyone heard of the comic Homestuck? Has anyone heard or read Homestuck here? I'm just wondering because it's what I'm about to say is relevant to Homestuck. Basically, I heard of that title but never knew what it was. Okay, got you. So basically, long story short, Homestuck has a similar mechanic where there's like two versions of the character existing at once. So there's a character who's like their normal person, and then a dream self that exists like on a different reality. So whenever like the dream one goes to sleep, the real one wakes up. Whenever the real one goes to sleep, the dream one wakes up. Well, that's basically... So yeah, this mechanic is similar to that, I guess. So it Homestuck helps me understand this whole concept. Not exactly the same, but yeah, okay, got you. Yeah, they're like different realities, I assume. Maybe with a different name in my language. Don't know in English. Oh, all good, all good. It's a web comic, so it probably isn't known around the world. It's very niche. Technically, both Zaynes are dreams. Oh, to Dawnbreaker, Dr. Zayne is the dream, while to Dr. Zayne, Dawnbreaker is his nightmares. I see. Okay. Well, speaking of nightmare. Okay, well. Chapter 4, Nightmare. Last night, Zayne dreamed that he and the girl bought all kinds of snacks and even froze soda into the shape of a popsicle. Similar dreams visited him almost every night. In these dreams, he's a surgeon. His dreams keep overlapping with scenes of a doctor's life, and a constant, reoccurring presence is a girl. There you go. Let's go. He was 12 the first time he had such a dream, but the dreams didn't happen in a particular order. They were fragmented. So when he was 12, he already knew. Wait, what the hell happened? He already knew the doctor in his dreams would meet that girl at 27. With how frequent these dreams are, he slowly thinks that the doctor is him. That is so like mind-meldingly confusing. There's a particular that Dawnbreaker is missing though that our Zayne has as well. We'll talk about this later. Sure. There's an ancient Chinese story about a philosopher dreaming about a butterfly. The dream seemed so real that when he woke up, he wondered if he was a person dreaming of a butterfly, or was he a person? Ancient Chinese story. Is that just like a proverb? Because I remember. Okay, there's this Chinese story called Dream of the Red Chamber that I've heard about. Dream of the Red Chamber. I don't know if that's different. That probably is different, but it also has like dream related stuff. Not the same one. Okay, damn it, I thought I was onto something. Okay, but that I guess both have dream in the title, so that's like the common denominator. Zayne at 12 is significant. Yeah, Zayne, they mentioned in Anecdote 2 that Zayne lost control of his evil powers at 12 years old in like a playground setting, and I assume well, it says here that he met her at 12. So wait, the first time he lost control of his evil powers is the first time he had a dream like this. So okay, I'm guessing what happened was at the age of 12, his evil powers awoke for the first time, and the Zayne in this reality, and that's when the Zayne in this reality also started having visions. So at the same time his evil powers awoke, these dreams started happening, and they're related somehow. That one's usually translated as the butterfly dream. Oh, the butterfly dream. Zhang Zi. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. My ability to pronounce like Chinese names is horrible. It's trash. So that's why no one likes Astra. Oh, it's fucking Astra again. I hate this frickin'. Nah, it's fine. Okay. With how frequent these dreams are, he slowly thinks that the doctor is him. Or rather, he wants to become the person loved by the girl in his dreams. He records them, hoping to find their traces in the barren city. The place called Lincoln City from years ago. The landmarks that can only be found in travel guides. The food, flavors, and plants in his dreams. He wants to experience them as best as he can. And if it's possible, he wants his warm dreams to consume him. Zayne steps out of the bathroom, blood still flowing from his arm. from the wounds inflicted by the abomination. He looks at his reflection in the mirror to see his scar-riddled body. It's a sight he's grown accustomed to. As usual, he dries himself off and puts on his clothes. The boy is asleep on the couch again. Zayne runs his hand through his hair and grabs a blanket, tossing it over the boy. He sits down and watches the medical drama on the holographic screen. As he eats chocolate, the boy suddenly lets out a loud scream. Georgie jumps up from the couch, gasping for air. I had a nightmare. Terrified, Georgie looks at the calm Zayne before gradually coming to his senses. I dreamt that there was a monster inside me. It burst out from my chest. Oh god, Georgie's done for. Georgie is fucking cooked, guys. Oh my god. Yeah, this icicle. Also, I'm just realizing that these icicles are similar to what 4-seer Zayne was forced to endure by Astra. You know, like when 4-seer Zayne expressed his love for the MC, Astra like started sprouting like those icicles on him, the black ice. Yeah. The boy's voice trembles, tears welling up in his eyes, as he gives Zayne a pleading look. My mom said dreams are the opposite of reality. Is that true? Zayne thinks for a moment and presses a button on the remote. The screen suddenly changes from a medical drama to an animated film accompanied by a soft female voice. Oh, what the fuck? Wait, yo, they literally say it here. Okay, Zhang. Okay, that's crazy timing. I'm happy I asked that question. Well, I mean, I'm happy you told me that. I was primed. I was primed for this reference. Okay, female voice, huh? Shit. I don't know how to do a female voice. A long time ago, there was a man named Shuangzi. He dreamed he was a graceful butterfly. When he woke up, that feeling remained. He couldn't tell if he was a butterfly dreaming of being Shuangzi, or if Shuangzi dreamt of being a butterfly. Georgie stares at the screen where elegant something I don't know, like British female voice. I don't fucking know. Like for some reason when I try to do a British voice, my voice goes up naturally. So I like psyched myself out doing that. That's how I was able to get it to go a bit higher than usual. I don't know though. Okay. Dialogue transforms into dancing butterflies and then into a historical figure. Confused, he mutters, "Maybe I'm just a monster's dream? When will it wake up?" The boy turns to Zayne. "And what about you? You said you were dreaming of a place called Lincoln City. Who are you in your dreams?" Zayne switches back to the medical drama, where the protagonist is performing a very risky surgery. "Do you dream of being a doctor?" Wow, okay, this kid is pretty perceptive, I'm not gonna lie. He is 11, but still. Zayne pauses, then nods. "Then, do you appear in that doctor's dream? Maybe to him, you're also a nightmare." Zayne looks down at the boy, who appears innocent and concerned. In the dim light, he can tell Georgie has a small protrusion, a bump under his eye. Oh my fucking... Georgie, staring at Zayne's unblinking gaze, can't help but feel a little scared. I was joking, don't be mad." Behind Zayne's back, a blackened ice blade begins to form in his hand. "We're not related, so I understand if you don't want to help me find the killer." The boy lowers his head, unable to meet Zayne's gaze. "But I have a request. Tomorrow is my 12th birthday. Can you celebrate it with me? I promised to leave afterward. Zayne is taken aback. The ice blade quietly melts away. Silently, he stands up, turns off the screen, and walks back to his room. Is that a yes? The boy's voice, filled with disbelief, resounds behind him. Yeah. In Zayne's bedroom, on the screen, a red dot continues to grow amidst countless green ones. The coordinates of the red dot show that it's right next to Zayne. Just before the alarm rings, Zayne turns off the light. Good night. His voice is cold. He closes the bedroom door. Yeah, it's the importance of 12 years old again. Yeah. What a coincidence. 12 years old when he first got his evol power, and 12 years old for this kid to turn into a monster. The next day, birthday, okay. The next day, Zayne goes through his usual routine of moving the jasmine to the window sill to soak up the sunlight. He waters it. After that, he puts on a black coat and takes the boy with him. Zayne leads Georgie into a desert place. Oh, dessert place. Oh my fucking god. Okay. Sorry. Dessert place. Where the robots behind the glass window are diligently making cakes and pastries. Is this for me? The boy's face is filled with surprise. Zayne taps on the holographic menu and adds a macaron to their meal. He turns to meet the boy's curious gaze. I dreamt about it last night. The boy's eyes widen. The doctor in your dream ate a macaron? Another person did as well, Zayne says, taking a seat by the window. Georgie sits down with Zayne, while the doctor... Will the doctor also dream of you celebrating my birthday? Zayne looks out to out the floor-to-ceiling window. Maybe. There are only customers here. The robots play Happy Birthday and bring out a cake with 12 candles. Let's go! Let's go, Georgie. Georgie's face lights up with a smile for the first time. Besides my mom, you're the first person to celebrate my birthday with me. He clasps his hands together and closes his eyes. My wish is to find the person who killed mom. When he opens his eyes, a subtle blue glow emanates under his skin. Oh god, yo, it's going down. Georgie smiles at Zayne and blows out the candles in one breath. They devour the cake, and a bit of frosting accidentally lands on Georgie's face. It reveals a childlike innocence that matches his age. When's your birthday? The boy looks up. Zayne eats the colorful macaron. I don't celebrate birthdays. You never celebrated your birthday before? The boy's eyes widen. I stopped at... Oh. I stopped after I turned 12. Why? The macaron overwhelming sweetness fills his mouth, but Zayne still wants another. Zayne's dreams began on his 12th birthday. His adoptive father became an abomination. Hook-like tendrils growing inside him. He attacked his wife and son. Oh my god! In this universe, his dad turns into an abomination? Wait, I guess that's different from a wanderer. Wait. His dad becomes a monster? Like, meanwhile, in the other timeline, that's horrible. Meanwhile, in the other timeline, they're like meanwhile in the other timeline right now, they're talking to the MC over like a Zoom call and saying how like, oh hi, how's it going? Do you want to see a picture of Zayne when he was a boy? Like, or a video, I mean. Yo, imagine the juxtaposition is crazy. Holy fudge. Abomination is a human that turned into a wanderer. Oh, I see. So they're still wanderers, but abomination is just a different classification. Wow. Well, wait. So when he was 12, this happened to him. And when he like, I guess maybe was he asleep at the playground? And when he woke up, he thought that like the dream was real, and he activated his evil right then and there because he thought that like he was under attack by his dad. Dr. Zayne has a happy family. Meanwhile, Dawnbreaker is suffering. We'll get a name for this later. Got you. Wait, adoptive father. So they might not be the same parents as in like the current timeline. He attacked his wife and son. Zayne watched helplessly as his adoptive mother died before his eyes. When his adoptive father lunged at him, Zayne chose to use his evil. He stabbed the ice into his adoptive father's heart. That was Zayne's first kill. It was also during this time. It was also his first time freezing an abomination, preventing them from turning into wanderers. He never celebrated his birthday ever since. Later that night, he dreamt of himself in a doctor's white coat, treating a girl. Dreams have become his only solace ever since. Well, so he was already a doctor in his first dream when he was 12. Okay, so he sees visions of... So both versions of Zayne see visions of the other version as like an adult already. It's they don't see the vision at the same age as them, right? Like 12-year-old Dr. Zayne timeline doesn't see 12-year-old Dawnbreaker Zayne. They each see their adult versions. I see. Dreams have become his only solace ever since. Oh, so yeah, okay, it's like the complete opposite problem. Because like Dr. Zayne hates going to sleep because this world sucks. And then Dawnbreaker Zayne loves going to sleep because he gets to see the other paradise timeline. The dreams have no particular order. Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, exactly. Nailed it. Even after the cake is finished, Zayne doesn't reply. Determined, Georgie lowers his head. When it's your birthday, I'll bring you different kinds of chocolate. Astonished, Zayne looks at the boy. Outside the floor-to-ceiling window, the sun sinks into the horizon, casting a brilliant yet melancholic glow upon the desolate city. The sunset is so pretty. Georgie gazes outside the window in awe. I used to live with Mom in a dorm at the factory. It doesn't have windows, so I've only seen sunsets in VR games. Zayne suddenly asks, what if you look at the sunset and feel nothing at all one day? What's the difference between that and being dead? Georgie turns, displaying a maturity beyond his years. Mom used to say that dying with clarity is better than living like a corpse. All of a sudden, chaotic footsteps resound. Dozens of heavily armed police officers come into view, surrounding the dessert place with their guns raised. Oh no, they're gonna hunt down Dawnbreaker. Bewildered, Georgie looks at Zayne. Detective Ivan walks in, raising his hands to show he's unarmed. We can negotiate, as long as you let the child go. Panicked, Georgie stands up. We were just celebrating my birthday. Ivan looks at the candles and cake crumbs on the table, unable to hold back his anger. He's the person who murdered your mother. Zayne remains motionless. Taking this opportunity, Ivan steps forward and positions the boy behind him. I guess his wish came true. However, when he turns him around, the boy no longer looks human. Oh god, a tendril below his eye has erupted through his skin, blood flowing down like crimson tears. Georgie? Ivan freezes. The tendril extends, as if it has a life of its own, and hooks onto his arm. While the pain shoots through Ivan's arm, oh god, Ivan's infected now, probably. The blackened ice shard in Zayne's hand has already pierced Georgie's chest. Oh my god. So yeah, Zayne only took him to the dessert place as like a final happy memory for Georgie before he turned. God, this world sucks. Like this world fucking sucks. I hate this timeline. Okay. Everything unfolds before Ivan's eyes in an instant. Georgie lowers his head, seeing blackened ice bloom like a flower on his chest. He stumbles and falls to the ground. His last sight being Zayne kneeling beside him. Tears well up in Georgie's eyes. What happened? Did the monster wake up? Zayne gently closes the boy's eyes. Georgie dissipates into black mist. The melody of Happy Birthday continues to echo in the desert. God damn it. I can't get this word right. Desert place under the setting sun. It's a final farewell. I hope that didn't ruin the mood. Yeah, Dawnbreaker world sucks for real. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how to wrap it up. Cover up. On a quiet hillside, two tombstones stand. One big and one small. Yeah, now you know why he's been killing all this time. Yeah, he kills... I figured that it was related to why... Like, what Zayne had to do with William. Like, kill them so that they don't turn into wanderers. So they can preserve their human... They can die a human, right? They don't die a monster, they die a human. Yeah, mercy killing. Yep. On a quiet hillside, two tombstones stand. One big... Oh, I already read that. Neither has photos or names. Zayne places a jar of chocolate in front of the small tombstone. He remembers the women buried here. She approached him half a month ago, pleading for him to kill her. Oh, so the mom wanted him to kill her. I know some wanderers were once... Okay, let me see, like, mom voice. I know wanderers were once human. She was frail but determined. Some of my co-workers turned into monsters. Terrifying things grew from their bodies. They attacked people, and then became wanderers. I think it's related to our prolonged exposure to protocores. Ah, that's it. I guess the people with evols are immune? Because, like, Zayne and his team, Zayne was not harmed at all. Like, he was not infected. But the factory has kept this information a secret. When I tried to report it, they kicked me out. She extends her right hand, where a coin-sized bump had already formed on her knuckles. Oh god. At this rate, I'll probably turn into one of them, right? When you saved me and my son, I knew you were someone who hunts monsters. I don't want to become a wanderer. I'm afraid that one day I'll lose control and hurt my son. It's better to die with clarity than live as a corpse. Oh, that's what she told Georgie. So she knew at that point that she had already made this deal with Zayne. Oh god, that was foreshadowing for this. Zayne says the same thing in the cafe if he wears the Dawnbreaker outfit too. Dying with clarity is better than living as a corpse. It is a zombie infection, basically. With tears in her eyes, the woman smiles. Please kill me. The sounds of footsteps pulls Zayne out of this reminiscence as a thin, middle-aged detective approaches. He places a bouquet of flowers between the two tombstones. Gazing at the small tombstone, Ivan's heart feels an indescribable heaviness. I've always wondered, did you know from the start that the child would turn? Is that why you kept him by your side? Zayne reaches into his pocket and pulls out 2 chocolates. He hands one to Ivan. Ivan hesitates for a moment, then takes it. I'm not sure how many people actually know, but the wanderers that roam the city now are not just energy clusters, like they were in the beginning. Some of them were once human. My reports have been suppressed, and my family has received death threats. The higher-ups don't want people to know. Zayne silently unwraps the chocolate and puts it in his mouth. How long do they want to hide it? Perhaps one day, this world will be overrun by wanderers. Oh, wait. How long do they want to hide it? Perhaps one day, this world will be overrun by wanderers. Ivan suppresses the unease in his chest and takes a bite out of the chocolate. All I can do now is stop the investigation on Dawnbreaker and destroy the records. That way, no one will ever know of your existence. Hopefully, this will buy you more time to prevent the world from collapsing. Zayne looks at the detective. I hope this will be our last meeting. Ivan forces a smile. Yeah, if I see you again, does that mean I'm going to turn into a wanderer? His expression becomes solemn, his smile gone. If the time comes, please don't hesitate to kill me. Ivan watches Zayne's dark silhouette fade into the blood-red sunset. He murmurs to himself, this time, justice stands with the Grim Reaper. Oh wait, that was Ivan saying that, sorry. He murmurs to himself, this time, justice stands with the Grim Reaper. A familiar melody drifts through the darkness. It's Happy Birthday? Happy birthday, Happy birthday, Dr. Zayne. The girl's clear voice rings out, her smile warm like the morning sun. Is he dreaming again? For now, I'll always be by your side for your birthday. Did they release this Dawnbreaker lore on Zayne's birthday? The girl's sincere yet slightly shy expression makes him unable to resist the urge to caress her cheek. He lowers his head and discovers they're holding hands. He reaches out, but right before touching the girl's cheek, she suddenly looks shocked. No, I don't think so. Oh, okay. But his birthday memory from last year is strangely reminiscent of this part. Yeah, they probably wanted to reference this one. God. Yo, this... You aren't Dr. Zayne. Who are you? Zayne abruptly wakes up. The gray wall stares back at him. The alarm resounds, and the holographic screen starts flickering red again. Zayne takes a deep breath. What did that dream mean? How did the girl see him? It's as if she saw through time and space. Through his dreams, to realize he's not the doctor. Zayne's gaze sweeps over the windowsill. The jasmine quietly blooms underneath the moonlight. Well, at least he fell in love with her then and there. But she's not even here. Imagine falling in love with someone and they're in like a different dimension. That is so sad. Like, you can't even act on it. Well, I'm depressed. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. This really bummed me out. Oh boy. I think people have been theorizing that Dawnbreaker was looking through Zayne's eyes during his birthday card story. Oh, yeah, that would make sense. Imagine Zayne loves MC even when MC literally doesn't exist in this world. I know it sucks. Like, it sucks. Like it. Hello. Sorry, I'm in a foul mood just because of the lore. Sorry, I can't be my usual happy peppy self. Dude, Zayne's lore is. I think this is this sadder than Raphael. Okay, I would argue this is sadder than Xavier. No offense to Xavier fans. But this is. I don't know if it's sadder than Raphael's lore. I think it's maybe on par. I mean, Raphael's people are literally being hunted down in the current timeline. So that's sad as well. Like, I don't know. He loves her in every universe, every world, no matter the time and space. Oh. There was a line from I forget if it was a TV show or movie. It was like, I love you in every universe. I forget what it was from, but God, that line's making me tear up. Don't use that line. Ugh. Oh no. Oh God. Oh, is it Doctor Strange? Was it Doctor Strange? Okay. By the way, did you see... Oh, there's a Zayne Nendoroid now? Okay, well, I can't afford that. Nendoroids are expensive as is. Oh boy. Zayne's Nendoroid is so cute. Wait, okay, wait. I wanna... Dawnbreaker doesn't have NCMC in his timeline, right? Okay, hang on. I'm going to go and Google this Zayne Nendoroid now. Hang on. The beauty of having my own independent stream is I can show whatever images I want to show. Where is this Zayne Nendoroid? Okay, wait. $65? Oh my God. Okay. I don't want to know how much shipping is gonna be. Wait, this is adorable. Wait. Okay, hang on. Let me bring this up. Window capture. Here we go. Look at this. Look how cute this is. Look at how cute this Zayne Nendoroid is. I ordered them here. Oh. And then the seal that he makes out of ice in like one of your first dates with him. Oh my god. That's so cute, I'm gonna die. Okay, it's about $20. Oh my. I ordered Zayne and Xavier's from Aitaikuji also. Oh. Wow. Imagine if it came with a Dawnbreaker alt outfit. I think that would cost more, way more. Wait, let's see. Look at these poses. Look at all these poses for Zayne. Yeah, money, money, money. If you have the money to spend. I'm like $88 though. That's like I'm like I have to like unfortunately I'm in a period where I can't spend that much money in one go. I have to like really budget. Oh my god. It seems they're releasing each love interest about 2 months apart. Oh, really? They released Force Year. If they release Force Year, I'm done for it. Yeah, if they release Force Year, I might have to get that. Yeah, Silas, please give us your black card. I'm in the middle of finding a job. OTL. I see. Good luck. Good luck. I'll try on Aitaikuji. It says $60 for you. Oh, okay. I'm on Animon Life. I don't know what site this is, but oh, look at these poses. Whoa! Look, it has him in like. Wait, can I make it bigger? It has him in like different scenes of the game too. That's great. Yeah, great desk buddy. Aitaikuji was about $80 for you. You get ice shards as well? Well, after reading this lore, I don't know if I want the ice shards. Ice shards have scarred me for life now. Oh my god. Well, they never explain what the ice shards, like, who caused it. People say, you said that like people were theorizing Astra caused it. Oh yeah, they are Zayne's nice ice shards though. They're blue. As long as the ice is not black, it's fine. Got it. Okay. Well, thank you, Zayne. Thank God I have this really funny Zayne outfit on to cheer me up. It is probably Astra, right? Let me put on Dawnbreaker. I think Dawnbreaker Zayne needs a hug. He needs a hug and kisses and, you know, tell him it's gonna be okay. Yeah, look at him trying to cheer us up. He has Dawnbreaker related lines. He does say it. He does say it. Oh my god. Oh my. Does he voice act it? Oh no. Please give him a good amount of head pats. Okay, yeah. Yep. Pat. Pumpkin Megas his hat. It'll be pumpkin. Pumpkin hatless. Are you Okay. I have to use that. Only a few lines are dubbed. Ah, oh, man. We were this close to greatness. We were this close. Yeah. They're so dorky. They're so corny together. The Zayne and MC. Hold his hand. You got it. Zayne, you deserve this.
Why is it cold? Are you trying to cool me down?
Yes.
I don't think it's working.
Zayne. You deserve the world.
Where does it hurt? Your hand? If you're going to do this, then you should do it correctly. Feel better now?
I logged into the game and Zayne had dressed himself up as Dawnbreaker. Well, now I can't see Dawnbreaker's outfit the same ever again after learning his lore. This is so sad. Okay, wait. I'm wondering how this ties into Death and Rebirth. Like, Death and Rebirth takes place in like the main timeline, right? This man doesn't deserve any of the suffering he deals with every day. Exactly. Especially in this timeline. Like, I thought he was suffering in Foreseer. He is suffering really bad. Yes. Yes, I do. He was suffering really bad in Dawnbreaker. Way worse than Foreseer, in my opinion. Oh my god. Now you only need the branch to understand the main story update. Good luck. Thank you, thank you. Laughs nervously in Death and Rebirth. Astra likes to hold a grudge. True.
Why don't you go to bed? You can barely keep your eyes open.
I'm gonna follow Zayne's advice and go to bed. Okay? So thank you all for you know, stopping by. Okay, before I log off here, Charlie. Okay, that's your Charlie mention for the stream. It's a tradition right now. So good job. I saw you popping up, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna beat you to the punch this time. I'm not gonna wait for you to mention Charlie. It's gonna happen. I saw the thing where someone makes a death note in the journal and wrote Astra. Yo, for real. Astra needs to go. Astra needs to go like yesterday. Astra is the source of all the sadness and hardship in Zayne's life. Fuck that. Fuck the god. Fuck that god, dude.
I'm not annoyed. I have a lot of patience.
You should be annoyed. You should be annoyed with Astra, dude. Like, Zayne, you're the best. I'm so glad I'm doing Zayne month because this makes me love him even more. Maybe he also made... Okay, if Astra made the Lemurian prophecy, that's good, because at least we only have one entity to hate now. We don't have to hate the Tome of the Sea God, because that's Astra. If that is, like, if that theory is true, which it probably is not.
Sleep early if you're tired.
Yeah, okay. You know what? Zayne is giving me the good advice to hit the hay. Death and Rebirth main story is a roller coaster of emotions. Okay, wait, hang on. Yo, Celeste, what if Astra is another variant of Zayne? Okay, what are the odds that Zayne's third myth is him as Astra? Imagine how fucking crazy that would be. Like, Astra Zayne. Imagine Astra Zayne. That would blow my like, what if there's lore reason to making his life a living hell? Like, that would take an insane turn, you know? Yeah, no, it's probably not gonna happen. But if it did happen, I think that would make the whole community explode. You know? Someone claims Xavier is going angel mode in his. I can see that.
I'll be there soon.
It's lore accurate. People are so people are saying that Caleb is Astra. Caleb is sabotaging Zayne's chances with the MC. Oh my god. Yo. Gege is Astra. Are you talking about like Gege Akutani? Akutani Gege?
This is the perfect time.
Oh
to look at the
my
moon.
god. Oh my goodness. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Yeah, no, for real. For real, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. 100%. Oh boy. People have been saying that Silas's next myth might be an angel too? Really? Silas would be an angel? Would that be on brand?
This is the perfect time to look at the moon.
I guess everyone just wants angels. I would have thought that Salas would be like a devil theme. Not, that doesn't mean that he's bad. Maybe he can be an incubus, you know? I don't know. Meanwhile, there are rumors and theories that Astra is Ever's CEO. Like, how the fuck does that work? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. Ever's CEO is not that powerful. In this doctor's case, it's carrots a day. Keeps the doctor away.
This is the perfect time to look at the moon.
Yeah, let's look at the moon. Oh, Zayne. Tsuki ga kirei desu ne. Tsuki ga kirei desu ne. I had to do it to him. Actual CEO of Infold is Astra. Yeah. At this point, that's the only explanation. Silas, people are theorizing that Silas is a fallen angel that fell from grace, which is why there's both white and black feathers in his wedding card. Oh, so he's like
This
Lucifer.
Is the perfect time to look at the moon.
Oh my god, he really wants this moonlight date, hey? He just keeps mentioning the moon. Okay. Besides Caleb's toaster, we've only ever seen Astra mentioned in Zayne's lore. True. Okay. I think I have the longest outros known to man. Like, I say that I'm ending and then I procrastinate the ending for like 30 minutes or something. A flying toaster is Astra. At this point...
Go to bed first. I'll be there soon.
Okay, you got it. At this point, the fly on the wall of my living room is Astra. Like, anything can be Astra if at this point. Our father is Astra, yeah. The programmers are Astra. Everything is Astra. Charlie is Astra. Charlie saw Xavier sabotaging his chances at getting MC, so now he's sabotaging everyone else. Astra is
It's fine
Xehanort.
if you do not want to talk.
Astra is Xehanort. Astra got Norded. Oh no, Astra got Norded. Honestly, I don't know anything about Kingdom Hearts. All I've seen is that one ProZD video where he's like, Aqua got Norded! Aqua got Norded! And I'm like, I have no fucking clue what that means, but okay. But actually, I do know what it means. It's like everybody turns out to be Xehanort in Kingdom Hearts, supposedly. Oh boy.
Go to bed first. I'll be there soon.
Every time I lose the 50-50, I will blame Astra. Oh, RNGesus is Astra. Yo. Fuck, dude. Okay. Okay. I am going to sleep now. I'm going to bed. I am tired. My voice is tired. I ran out of tea. My tea is literally cold now. So I'm gonna go. Bye. Good night, everyone. Thank you again for showing up and enjoying the stream. I had a lot of fun. So have a good night. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.